am a Chelsea fan. I am a Chelsea fan. We win, we lose together. We rise, we fall together. I am a Chelsea fan. I am a Chelsea fan. We win, we lose together. We rise, we fall together. I am a Chelsea fan. I am a Chelsea fan. We win, we lose together. We rise, we fall together. Together we overcome. Together we can be stopped. Bonitile koro oladara. We will reach those goals we set together. I am a Chelsea fan. I am a Chelsea fan. We will lose together. We rise, we fall together. I am a Chelsea fan. Chelsea fan. I am a Chelsea fan. Chelsea, okay. We will lose together. Together we win. We rise, we fall together. I am a Chelsea fan. I am a Chelsea fan. We will lose together.
Together we can be strong.
We rise, we fall together.
Oh, that's the wrong one. Crap. Shout out N'Golo anyway. Big up N'Golo. Big up everybody that's locked in. Hit the like button. Subscribe. All of that crap. We are back. We are back for, I think, a transfer stream. Transfer stream / news stream. It's been a bit of a while since we've done one of these, but we're here to talk Thiago Silva's farewell. We're here to talk about Sesko links, Gallagher transfer news, the latest or just the same situation. There's news on Ian Maatsen, some Poch news, and yes, Fraser, we're going to talk about the spending cap as well. Although I don't really have too much to say about the spending cap. I expected this to go through. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I did see if this was in place last season, we'd be in a little bit of trouble, but that's with last season's wages. And we've taken a lot of wages off our yearly wage bill in the last summer. So we should be fine. I don't think we're in any danger when it comes to that. I don't even know when this rule's actually going to come into place, if it's going to be next season or the season after. I don't know. But yeah, Premier League clubs have agreed in principle to a spending cap. Man City, Man United, and Villa voted against the move. I am not surprised United voted against it with their wage structure, because their structure is an absolute mess. Chelsea abstained from the vote. Confusing, but fairs. And the change to be ratified this summer. Still discussing it. Okay, I think I saw that it has to go to one other group as well. I think now that the Premier League teams have all agreed on it, well, the majority, it goes to AGM. What the hell is AGM? Anyone in the chat know what AGM is? Because I haven't got a clue. Let me do a quick Google search, because I've only just seen all this in the last few minutes. Bear with me. I also had a zoot before this. Yeah, if anyone knows what AGM is, let me know. Oh, the annual general meeting. Okay, cool. Thank you, guys. I've never heard that before in my life, but thank you, people. Shout out to Ilya with the first super chat of the day, saying, "Oh, Thiago Silva. Oh, Thiago Silva." We kind of knew this day was coming. We did kind of know this day was coming, but it still hurts a little bit to say goodbye to a player who I did not think we were going to get this amount of longevity from. And he said it in his farewell video too. He said he was only meant to be here for a year. Ended up being here for 4 years. Insane. But we got the official announcement from the club today that Thiago Silva will be leaving at the end of the season. For anyone who hasn't seen the farewell video, I will play that for you guys right now. Bear with me a little sec. So this is about 4 minutes, so it's going to go for a little bit, but I'm sure we're all going to be fine with listening to this, even if it's for the second or third time.
O Chelsea para mim significa muita coisa, né? Cheguei aqui para normalmente ficar um ano só, fazer um ano, e acabei que fiz 4 anos. Basicamente, assim, não só para mim, mas para toda a minha família. Meus filhos jogam no Chelsea, então isso é motivo de grande orgulho fazer parte da família Chelsea. Literalmente, né? Porque meus filhos estão aqui. Espero que eles possam dar sequência nessa carreira, nesse clube tão vitorioso, que com certeza muitos jogadores têm o desejo de jogar. Eu acredito que tudo que eu pude fazer ao longo desses 4 anos, eu procurei me dedicar ao máximo. E, infelizmente, tudo tem um início, um meio e um fim. Não que esse seja o fim definitivo. Espero que eu possa deixar as portas abertas para que num futuro próximo eu possa voltar e exercer uma outra função aqui dentro. Mas é uma paixão sem explicação. Tenho só que agradecer. Obviamente, quando eu comecei a jogar, não estava na pandemia, não tinha torcedores ainda no estádio, mas nas redes sociais era sempre uma coisa muito especial para mim. E a partir do momento que a torcida foi voltando, a vida foi voltando ao normal, eu senti de uma forma muito carinhosa, muito respeitosa pela minha história, pelo meu início aqui. Então, numa situação normal, já é difícil ter uma despedida. Ainda mais quando existe um amor recíproco. Isso fica ainda mais difícil. Mas uma vez blue, sempre blue. Pela forma com que eu cheguei, né, com o aval do clube, já cheguei como um líder assim do time, mesmo sem me sentir, porque você chega num ambiente completamente novo, é sempre difícil de você entrar e se sentir à vontade, mas pouco a pouco eu fui me encontrando dentro do grupo, né? O Lampa teve uma grande parcela de contribuição para isso, então fica aqui o meu agradecimento para ele. Sonho, com certeza um sonho. Nem nos meus melhores sonhos eu imaginaria que eu pudesse conseguir grandes coisas e um dos meus maiores títulos profissionais, que foi a Champions e, consequentemente, o Mundial de Clubes. Despedidas são para aqueles que vão e não voltam. E eu pretendo voltar um dia.
What an ending, man. What an ending. I love that he says he wants to come back as well. I hope all that stuff with Bell Silva doesn't get in the way of all of that, because Silva does seem like he could be a really good coach in the future. Obviously, we don't know what it's going to be like in the future with him, but he's got his kids in the academy. I don't think he's going to be taking them out. He said he wants to come back in some sort of coaching role, be it for the first team, be it for the academy. Like, I think there's a lot that he could still offer us when his career's over. And it's a shame it's ended like this. Shout out to everybody putting the heart emojis in the chat. Big up to every single one of you. It's a shame it just had to end with us in mid-table. I really wish the last 2 seasons could have been a bit better for him. But the fact that we were even able to sit in 12th place and still talk about how Thiago Silva is still, at that time, one of the best centre-backs in the league says a lot about how good this guy is, how great his longevity is, his reading of the game, how amazing he is as a defender, his mentality, his brilliance, his composure, his everything, man. He joined us at what? 36, 37 years of age. And I remember when he first joined us, there was questions about how long are we going to get out of Thiago Silva? What level is Thiago Silva at right now? Can Thiago Silva play at the Premier League and handle the intensity of this league at his age? 35. Thank you, guys. So he joined us at 35. There were still those questions. And especially after the first mistake against West Brom. You lot remember that 3-3 draw. You're all thinking, oh, shit. Oh, shit. Okay, you know what? It's just one game. It's one game. We'll leave it. And boy, what a signing, man. Up there with one of, if not the best free transfers this club has ever made. We didn't spend a penny to get this guy at the club. And we just got composure. We got excellence. We got longevity, not just from an age perspective, but from a game time perspective. You got to remember, when we finished 12th, or when we still had the Club World Cup and everything, he was playing game in and game out. 2-3 games a week. And he was still just fine. You got just the perfect player. Well, the perfect defender. The pace, you never even worried about that because he was always in the right position. The king of blocks. The king of blocks. You will not get across into the box of Thiago Silva there because he will get in the way of that before your striker gets to it. What a player, man. And I know usually longevity is used for the argument when it comes to talking about legends. It's always about what you've done over your entire time. Thiago Silva is one of them anomalies. I think when you show enough longevity and consistency for a certain period and you help your team get to trophies, you bypass the longevity argument. So to me, Thiago Silva is already a Chelsea legend. It goes without saying, I would have probably said it last season. In fact, he even wanted to stay for this season with us finishing 12th. More credit to him. Because I think we've been renewing his contract year in, year out, just adding an extra year and adding an extra year and adding an extra year. And it's a shame, like, I wouldn't have been against keeping him for next season, just for experience and just for someone for the other centre-backs to learn off. But it is also the right time. It is probably the right time. If you take the emotion out of it, we've been speaking about him being in decline throughout this season. And we've spoken about how the younger centre-backs need those minutes and they need to go through these growing pains. They need to develop in their own right. And it might be, with that in mind, it might be the right time to let go of him. Just so we don't have that over-reliance on Thiago Silva, because he ain't going to be here for that long anyway, even if he did sign for another year. That could have been his last year before retirement. So, big up to Thiago Silva, man. Big up. This is the right time. I wish he could have left with a trophy. Like, if we just had a bit of better finishing in that Man City game. If Poch wasn't an absolute pussy against Liverpool, we really could have had him leave with something. But we just got to make the last few games worth it for him. We got to make the last few games worth it. Yeah, just wish he was leaving the club in a better place. It's a shame he's leaving with 2 mid-table finishers. But that should not be a stain on his Chelsea legacy or his legacy in general. Because no one's going to say Thiago Silva is the main reason for that. Last season, he was our player of the season outright. If anybody won it except Thiago Silva, it would be a disgrace. This season, he has declined. But with that in mind, like, you are what, 39 years old? There is zero shame in finding Premier League football a little bit harder at the age of 39. Nobody should be holding that against him. Be critical from a game-by-game perspective. Go for it. No issues there with that. But in terms of blaming him or saying it has an impact on his legacy, nope. Absolutely not. Head over to Brazil, mate. Just get as far away from this mess as possible. Go win some trophies there. Retire in peace, with happiness, with good weather, without this crap. It's just a shame your last manager for us was Mauricio. What a shame, man. What an absolute shame. Yeah, Gab, man, Father Time comes for everybody. It's just Thiago Silva was dodging him for years. He couldn't get near him. Then he caught him. Yeah, Pablo, he didn't like a West Brom game. That was his real kryptonite. West Brom. Eesh. Warrior also asked earlier, he said, what was your best moment of Thiago Silva? I'm stuck between the goal at Tottenham or the goal line clearance against Juventus, just because Bun Morata, and that was hilarious. Never liked that guy. What about you guys? What about you guys? I will throw it to the audience. What is your favorite Thiago Silva moment? Let us know, people. I'll give you guys a little bit of time while I'm doing that. Shout out to Ilya saying looks like AC Milan may be going for Thiago. It's going back to Milan. Where did you see that? Where the hell did you see that? I don't see anything. You're gonna have to let me know, bro. I don't see anything. Header v Spurs away, Madrid away. I'm guessing you're talking about the 3-2. I'm guessing. The goal against Man City. Ooh, really good shout. Really good shout. We got a little memory from this season. I like that. And it was from a corner. You don't really do that. To be fair, I think like Silva's probably been our only real hope from set pieces this season. Coaching from the bench at the Champions League final. Also making way for the Danish Maldini to set the stage too. My guy. Kissing the UCL trophy. Hear it. Him and Tuchel winning the Champions League after losing with PSG. That was an amazing story. The pair of them left that dump, came to the Chelsea, and did what they couldn't do over there. Love to see it. A lot of people are either saying the Spurs goal or the clearance against Juventus. Just a little bit of that. Can't lie, that Silva goodbye vid made my idol Banner Boys vid look even worse. That's doing the timeline as well. I mean, that's doing the rounds as well. Let's have a look. Anyone want to reload the Mount goodbye video? Just for a little bit of laughs.
Hi, Chelsea fans. Given the speculation over the last 6 months, this may not come as a surprise to you, but it doesn't make it any easier to tell you that I've made the decision to leave Chelsea. I feel you deserve more than just a written statement, so I wanted to tell you directly how grateful I've been for all of your support over the last 18 years. I know some of you won't be happy with my decision, but it's what's right for me at this moment in my career. I joined Chelsea when I was 6 years old, and we've been through a lot together. Winning the Youth Cup, my Player of the Year awards, the Super Cup, the Club World Cup, and of course the unforgettable night when we won the Champions League. I want to say thank you to the Academy, Jim and Neil, for being so influential to me from such a young age. The managers I've worked under, Frank, Thomas and Graham. The backroom staff, the unsung heroes of Cobham. All of my teammates over the years that have become my brothers, my family, for the continuous love and support. And most importantly, you guys, for sticking with me throughout. Wish you all the best. Hi, Chelsea fans.
No. Enough. We've had enough. But hey, that shit is hilarious looking back at the Silver one and the Asby one. I just wanted to reload it again for the laughs. Sorry to any Mount stands watching. Also cry about it, boo-hoo and all that. But yeah, Thiago Silva thankfully didn't have to read off a script. Big up to my guy. Big up to Thiago Silva. There was another comment I wanted to bring up. I think I've lost it. Hey, Mason! Hold that. I was trying to think of something more witty, but I didn't have anything. So just hold that. I did a Mason Mount. Yeah, hold that, bro. Thank you again for the transfer, by the way. Thank you again. And yeah, man said the best decision he made for his club, for himself. Unlucky. So Thiago Silva plans to return to Chelsea one day in a non-playing role. I hope Clearlake don't close the door based on his wife's comments, because that would be so petty. It would be so petty. Plus, I think Thiago Silva can offer a lot to the younger generation. And everyone's going to take in every word that he says. You've already seen it with all the centre-backs that we have. Every single centre-back that Thiago Silva has played with has looked better next to Thiago Silva than without him. So why don't you want someone with that level of knowledge? This guy has looked like a coach in the making for like the last 2-3 years. Although I say that, the entirety of his time at Chelsea, because really and truly, that was the only time I was watching him regularly. Make the most out of that. Have John Terry and Thiago Silva working with the academy. The centre-backs that we are going to make in the 2030s are going to be insane. Tell you, we are in the mud right now, but everything from 2028 upwards, watch us. Watch us. Bad times don't last. Bad times don't last. Yeah, man, Rudiger, AC, Badiashile, Disasi, Fofana, all of them. All of them. But in terms of giving Thiago Silva a farewell, in true, proper Chelsea fashion, Silva's injured. Thiago Silva's injured, guys. So, yeah. Yeah. Thiago Silva is awaiting scans on a groin injury. Amid fears he's played his last game for Chelsea. Here we go again. Here we go again. So, that is one of our 2 new injuries for the week. I'll let you guys try and make a guess who the next injury is going to be. But there's always a new one. There's always a new one. For the Bournemouth game, I don't care what his injury situation is. You wheel him out on a wheelchair for the last 6 minutes for all I care. Or you let him start and do the John Terry and let him and bring him off in the 6th minute to a guard of honor. One or the other, I don't care. But you need to wheel him out onto that pitch. Find a way. Find a way. Because he needs his farewell. Both banners will be out. I think they'll probably be out for every home game now. So I wouldn't be too surprised by that. I've got half a mind to go to the last game of the season myself. Just to say my own little farewell. Say goodbye to Thiago. Yeah, I might do the last game of the season. I might do the last game of the season. It's not like it's going to mean anything anyway. So I can't even be too annoyed about whatever happens in that match. But yeah. Say farewell to Thiago. It's just a shame. It's a shame that that as soon as the news drops, he's injured. Maybe that's why they've dropped the news now. Because he doesn't know when he's actually going to get to say that farewell. So he's going to do it now. Maybe there's a little bit of timing to it. But yeah, make sure he gets the first 6 minutes. Let him go. I said Poch farewell also. There will not be a farewell for Pochettino. There will not be a farewell for that scrub. It'll be a get out of my club, bruv. Get out of my club. And also, miss me with the Soccer Aid stuff as well. Let Thiago Silva be the manager for the rest of World 11 for Soccer Aid. If you're worried about, we can't sack Pochettino and then let him take over for Soccer Aid, it's going to be a bit awkward. No. Give it to Silva. Silva v Lampard. I'm here for that. I'm here for that. I'm sure all of you guys would be down for that as well. I don't need to see Pochettino. He'll probably still piss me off in the Soccer Aid press conference. He'll probably injure Hazard. He'll probably injure Hazard. Right, guys. Time for a GA contest. Time for a GA contest. Let's go. Let's go. Fuck all of that. Fuck all of that. Big up to Ian. Big up to Ian, my G, saying big up Lewis. Just to say, Thiago Silva is a proper Chelsea legend. He deserves all the credit. He deserves all the credit. Helped us build the foundations for our UCL win. Legend. Big up, man. Big up. Agree with every single word. I don't think it's a debate over whether he's a legend or not. That was a debate in his second season. Season 4. Nah, man. I think he's had as many seasons as Desai. And Desai is viewed as a Chelsea legend. And Silva's one more. So that it goes without saying. Silva's a Chelsea legend. Brilliant. And so it's not like Hazard's going to trade anyway. Yeah, Hazard will literally tell him to fuck off. He will literally tell him to fuck off. But yeah, speaking of Pochettino. Oh, look, we've said his name 3 times and look who drops in. ICBA. Big up to Hassam. We have A-listers at 11 p.m. We will be there. Gonna try get my gym session sorted a little bit early so I'm on time for once, but I won't promise a damn thing. Yeah, Salah stays. Yeah, you guys got an Ornstein tweet, didn't you? That's what you're talking about. Let me just double check. Yeah, Liverpool expect Salah to stay and are planning with him for at least another campaign. So what? He's leaving for free. Must be signing him for a 1-year extension or something. You're not going to let him go for free, are you? Hamza exists. You okay? Cool. Yeah, fair enough. I got another 10 minutes. Nice. That's calm. Right. We haven't even got into any of the actual other news because the Silva stuff we all knew. We all knew that was happening anyway. Link will be sent out in about 15-20 minutes. So bear with us, people. So Pochettino is ready to open talks over which players should remain at the club next season. A decision will be made on Pochettino himself also, with his position far from certain. Well, cool. If Gallagher's leaving, they're not listening to him. And we're going to talk about Gallagher in a little second as well, because there's some news on him too. But in terms of Poch, they are going to bring him into that talk. They're going to ask him his opinions. I doubt they're even going to ask his opinions. Then they're going to say, yeah. Talking about people who need to remain at the club. You. Time to go, mate. Time to go. Big up. Thank you for the... Big up. Best of luck and all of that. Best of luck in your future endeavors. John Laurinaitis settings and all of that. If you know, you know. But yeah, they're going to have conversations, but it's going to be very short conversations. Like I've been saying, everything he said before the Villa game just seems to confirm to me that he's not going to be here next season. Apparently, some source said that we're also looking at Thiago Motta potentially. Actually, I don't know the legitimacy of this one. Who is Eleonora Trotter? Director for Calcio Mercato Sports. Okay, so there's a little bit there. And also works for Corriere dello Sport. And what does she say? In recent days, there's been a survey, not in depth, by Chelsea for the coach of Bologna, who has been in agreement for months with Bianco. Okay, so that's not happening then either. So we've tried to have a look at him, and then we've come way too late. Way too fucking late. Well, this is why you should have started the search months ago. But better late than never, I guess. Better late than never. Yeah, guys. I thought there was a little bit more to that article. No, there wasn't. But yeah, Pochettino, you're going to be gone just like Gallagher. But in terms of Gallagher as well, still not been offered a new contract. Still no talks between him and Chelsea. Chelsea have a £50 million price tag on his head, with Spurs and Newcastle following developments. Oh, we said this before. We've said this numerous times, to be fair. But 50 million is a really fair offer for him. I could argue you could push for another 5 million. You could push for another 5 to 10 million, potentially. But the thing with this is, we need to get rid of him before the Euros start. We've spoken numerous times about this. Gareth Southgate will not allow any negotiations to continue, to start, or to conclude while his team is focused on the Euros. So you need to get rid of him before the Euros. The season ends on the 19th. When does the Euros start? When does the Euro start? The 14th of June. England's first game is on the 16th. Yes, on the... Actually, no, we have friendlies from the 3rd of June. So you have about 2 to 3 weeks from the end of the season to get rid of him. Which is why I think we're just going to take the first offer of around 50 million and run with it. Maybe we'll do what we did with Mount and get the 50 plus 5. But I mean, trying to bet on Spurs to win trophies, you're just getting 50 million. Newcastle, you might get that. Not for another year or two, but you might get that. You might get that. But Gallagher will be Gallagher very soon. There'll be a lot of tears on the timeline. We will be there to drink all of them. I still need to get that if they sell Conor, we riot mug. I still need to get that. Well, I might just get another mug and call it Gallistan Tears or some shit and save it for the leaving party. Because, yeah, TJ, we will be doing a Gallagher leaving party. I wasn't going to do it initially, but Chelsea fans just keep pissing me off about him. We can't get rid of him. We need to build the team around him. Shut up, man. Shut up. Don't you want Gallagher to stay for experience? Just a regular 6'10 player, nothing special. I've already said, if you re-sign him, fine. Like, this isn't a Mount or Havertz thing where I want him gone immediately every day in a why sell him. I despise even looking at him. No. It's just, he's not great. He's not great. He's a squad player. And if he's a squad player, I don't care whether he stays or goes. You will serve a purpose to me, but you're not a great player. Like, yeah, cool. Everyone's just going to remember that goal from Aston Villa. I'm not going to forget that first half. Hideous first half. And, like, that's been the story of how many games for him this season. So, I don't mind him staying, but it's like Mount. It's been obvious for so long that he's going, and people just need to get over it. People just need to get over it. Oh, boo-hoo. We're not going to have Conor Gallagher. Look, find me any track runner and he'll do the same job. He'll do the same job. Maybe a new coach will get more out of him. But I guess we're not going to find out. Guess we're not going to find out. That's it. Well, 6, 7 out of 10 on his day. On his day. Let's add that at the end as well, brother. Because he is not a consistent 6 out of 10. That guy is like a consistent 4.5 or a 5. Then it just depends on how much possession you have in the game. Because if you don't have a lot of possession, you can deal with him chasing the ball and winning it back a lot more. And suddenly you rise that up to a 5 and a 6. But that's it. Yeah, true blue clay. Don't get it twisted. I don't mind him staying. It's just he's not. He's not. That's it. Yeah, Maldini, same energy. Here we go. You just hate him. You just hate him. You just despise Conor Gallagher. Listen, if I despise Conor Gallagher, I wouldn't even be giving him praise when he plays well. I wouldn't even be giving him praise for the individual moments he does well. How about you just stop crying into your Gallagher shirt and just accept that he's gone? Cry as a river. Cry as a river. I say he's been No. He has improved. Improved from last season. Consistent 6. Nah. You might get a consistent 5. 5. I wouldn't say 6. I'd say he reminds me of Henderson so much. I hear it. Plus, he's Cobham born and bred, which is why half this fan base still loves him off. But whatever. Gallagher. Boo-hoo. We've known this situation for months. And it is what it is. It is what it is. I said 4.5 is just harsh. Brother, I do not agree, man. He started the season well. Fell off around November, December-ish. Performances have been a bit here or there this year. But it's not been like consistent 6. I don't agree. I really don't agree. I think we're looking too much at the better moments from him, if anything. I don't think that's been the case. Want to bet he'll play in the Euros more than like maybe. I don't know. I don't pay too much attention with what happens in England unless it's the tournaments. When you got your dead friendlies against San Marino and all of that, I don't care who starts. As long as Palmer's not injured. As long as James isn't injured, if he's ever even playing for England. Don't even care. Chilwell, stay fit and all of that, but like, I don't want to see you start games in general. I don't want to see you start games in general at all. Will you rate Caicedo's season out of 10? I would say more a 6 for him. I'll say more a 6 for him. Gallagher, I'd push more to a 5. And I think now that's just me being nice, if anything. But yeah, that's everything on the Gallagher front. There was a little bit on Ian Maatsen. Apparently, 40 million euros might be a bit too much for Dortmund. Maatsen said, at this stage of my career, my main priority is to play a lot. That's the most important thing. I have a contract with Chelsea and it's a big club. Is there some hope for Maatsen to stay? I don't know. And like, if Dortmund can't afford 35 million, that's a you problem. That's a you problem. I'll happily wheel back Maatsen. Hopefully a new coach is here and they'll actually use him a little bit more. Because the way we use Cucurella, you want to tell me you can't use Maatsen like that in games? Like, come on. If Dortmund isn't interested, Bayern is also interested. I'm sure there's a few other clubs that are interested. We have a literal 35 million release clause that we can't take out the contract. It is what it is. It is what it is. I hope we can bring him back. Just bin off Chilwell and keep Maatsen. I'd be fine with that. All right, cool. So we're looking at a different barometer then. All right, cool. I understand, because we both got one level of difference between Caicedo and Gallagher. Fine. That's calm. I think it's for all clubs. Guys in the chat, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's for all clubs. Let me just double check. Yeah. It's a release clause in his new contract, so it's not just for Dortmund. That's just there in general. So I think he's gone. They were talking. Bayern were talking about using him as a Davies replacement. I feel like there's going to be other clubs interested in him as well. Guy's literally in a semi-final right now. Yeah. Well done, Clear Lake. What an intelligent institution we are. Man. Yeah, True Blue. Like, if we have to lose him, not in the Premier League. So I can't be asked to deal with seeing him ball out at another club consistently. Because that's what he's going to do. The guy has succeeded done well everywhere he's played at, except here. Because what do we do when he's at Chelsea? We only play him for 10 minutes and we just throw him into a new position every week. Pause. This week, you can be a right winger. This week, you can be a left winger. This week, we're going to put you at left back. This week, we're going to put you at cam. Oh, why does Maatsen not look good when he comes off the bench? Maybe it's because we're giving him completely different roles every single week. Well done. Mauricio. Osimhen, Bowen, and Somerville. Do you take it? I haven't watched a lot of Somerville, but I know he's really impressed for Leeds. Bowen, I would be down for. Osimhen, 100% I'd be down for. So, yeah. But even then, like, I've seen these Sesko links doing the rounds over the last day or so. And I was going to touch on that before I send the link out. So, Fabrizio is speaking on Chelsea. And he said, I always mention one club specifically. Chelsea. Chelsea are keen and have had Sesko's name on their list and they have been tracking him for 2 years. They're deciding how much they want to spend on a striker. Bowen signed a 7-year contract. How did that fly under the radar? Maybe I just didn't see it. So Benjamin Sesko has been on the list for a while. Hussam, I don't think you need to warn me. I will take it as well because it's just another one on the Raps sheet, but I'm with you on this. Sesko could be good in a few years. Sesko isn't good now. And I mean, I have enough strikers that could be getting better, that could be improving. I don't need that right now. What I need is somebody who is proven. I need a proven bagsman. I need somebody who has done it at the level and has at least taken their team to trophies, minus Ivan Toney. Ivan Toney is the anomaly in that one for me. Like, I know he's a good dribbler for his height. I know he's rapid. I know he's tall. I know he can get involved in build-up play and all of that, but he's not a great finisher. So, I mean, what are we doing here? This doesn't make sense as our number 9. Now, if you want him as an understudy and you want to push Jackson to the left and you're going to get another striker, an Osimhen, a Toney, a Gyökeres, then maybe I could hear that. If this was going to be the number 2 and Jackson is playing as a left winger. If not, I don't know what we're doing here. This only makes sense if you're looking for 2 strikers. And then if you're looking for 2 strikers, you need to sell Fofana and Washington, because like, what are we doing with them two? It don't make any sense at all. Come on, man. Glad we can agree on something. Let's go, man. Let's go. Did you watch Osimhen yesterday? Nope. Let me know what you saw from him. Yeah, you and me both, man. Sesko does not move me. Now, he could be a quality player in 2 or 3 years' time. How many of those players do we need? Yeah, I know we're not looking at Gyökeres either, but I'll still say like, that's the one I'd go for. I'd still go for him, even though like our dumb club isn't going to do it. And our data analysts, our brilliant data analysts, just ignored him last season. Top goal scorer in the championship. And we're just like, oh, no, nah. What is a Gyökeres? I only know one Victor up front and he plays for Napoli. Brilliant. I said Lautaro Martinez. Like, everything I've seen from Martinez tells me he's only good in a 2. And plus, big moments. Oh, spooky. Spooky season. I'm good, man. I'm good. Guys in the chat, just a simple yes or no. Sesko to Chelsea. Just a simple yes or no. Let me know, guys. And if you want him, let me know why. I said pies. There's another pies tweet. Oh, brother. What's happened here then? Oh, this is brilliant. Yes. I know everyone in the chat saying no, but I'm saying yes to this. Let's go. Oh, this is beautiful. Okay, everyone's just mute. Everyone's just agreeing on no. Hella knows, man. I don't think I've seen the chat this having this sort of universal agreement. On Osimhen, so good. Link up, fantastic. Winning duel, aerial duel after aerial duel. Nice. Hey, you don't need to sell me on Osimhen. I wanted him anyway. I'm fine with that. All right, cool. I'm glad Thierry had a good game. I'm going to try and find a comp on that. But yeah, guys, forget the no's. It's time for yeses. Yes. We might actually be rid of this hippopotamus. we might actually be rid of him. Let's go. Several Saudi Arabian clubs are keen on signing him. I will say, I just realized I'm getting very gassed over this. I need him to be down for the move. Never underestimates Lukaku's ability to ruin something. He didn't want to join Saudi last season. He wanted to go join Roma to do absolutely nothing for a year. Who's to say he doesn't want to just stay in Italy again? So let's wait on this. But it's good to see that there are clubs interested in him. It's good to see clubs are interested in him. Let's go. If not, I've said this for the last year, and I'm gonna keep saying it to speak it into existence. Send him to Napoli. Send him to Napoli. If nothing else works, tell Napoli, listen, guys, I have an experienced Serie A forward that has won the title and is comfortable playing in that league. There you go. There you go. The only real problem would be the wages. I think he's got 2 years left with us now. I think he's got 2 years left this summer. So if that's the case, Conte's going to Napoli. Bruv, don't piss me off. Don't piss me off. Like, this makes so much sense. This makes so much sense. I completely forgot about this. Get him to Napoli. Tell him don't even come back. Just get a flight to Naples. Like, if we have to, give him a 2-year loan deal. We might have to pay part of the wages if he's being a dickhead. But just get rid of him. Like, I'll be so real. If we're paying half those wages for 2 years and it guarantees me Osimhen joining, if it works financially for us with the new financial rules, go away. Go away. Don't come back. Don't come back. Like, now you've just found an even bigger way to sell it. You can reunite the coach and the forward that won Serie A in 2020. Lukaku will be itching to be back with Conte. Like Tuchel said, there's your daddy. There's your daddy, mate. Conte already accepted a Napoli job. Shout out Ilya. I've been trying to push this for nearly a year. Push this for nearly a year, man. Said's in here. Too much disrespect on Lukaku. Keep him. Why don't you buy him then? Why don't you buy him? Because Højlund ain't exactly doing it for you lot. Why don't you lot buy him? Why don't you lot come shop at Chelsea one more time? How about that? Too much disrespect on Lukaku, bruv. You think I don't see you, bro? Disgrace. Disgrace. Ben Jacobs. I saw a few people say Ben Jacobs. Oh, no, the source is Ben Jacobs. Oh. You know what? I don't even care about this shit anymore. Send him to Napoli. I don't care about Saudi. Like, big up Saudi, but like, I don't care, man. Unless Lukaku wants to join you lot, I do not give a damn. My idea is now fully focused on Lukaku to Napoli. Like, I've been pushing that before the Conte news. Now, it's stupid if we don't capitalize on that. It's stupid. So, you must. You must. You should already be talking to Napoli. If you have any brain cells about you, well, these directors. Everyone's saying, look at Xavi Simons' tweet. What am I missing? Xavi Simons. What? What the hell does this mean? Don't let anyone tell you how to move. No one can be you better than you can be you. The fuck is this meant to mean? The whole chat's the whole comments is just saying come to PSG, come to Barca, come to Chelsea. What is the Xavi Simons situation? Am I bugging? Am I bugging? The emojis. The phone and a lion. I haven't seen a lot of Xavi Simons play, but I know he's a good prospect. If there's serious links with him and Chelsea, I'll do a bit more research into him. New Xavi Simons to Chelsea is possible. This is that Fraser Fletcher thing, isn't it? Because I saw Fraser Fletcher put an article up about Chelsea links. Yep. Contact made, but not alone with Arsenal. Also big fans. Simons, one of the big names to keep an eye on this summer. Brother, I respectfully am not listening to anything Fraser Fletcher says. That brother tried to run a Sudakov exclusive because Felix Johnson made a joke. So I am not falling for that. I am not falling for that one. But hey, seems like he's a good player. But I'm going to be so real with you lot. I have barely watched the kid. So I don't know what to tell you guys. I really don't know what to tell you guys. And also, yes, this is so vague. This is so vague. What am I meant to say? Like, yes, Simons is coming to Chelsea. Well, we've got the new Hazard. Even though I don't know a lot about the kid. I don't know a lot about the kid. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you guys in it. I really don't. But cool. I hope you sort out whatever you need to sort out in it. If you end up in Chelsea, cool. Yeah. I'm sure he's cold. Like, a lot of people speak well on him. It's just I haven't got a lot to tell you on him. I haven't got a lot to tell you with him. Jafar, fucking hell, man. He's sending shots to the Dutch FA. Is that what that's about? Is that what it's about? I ain't got a clue, mate. I ain't got a fucking clue. Whatever. Okay, I think we've gone through everything. So, it's time to send a linker. No, Jafar, at least I could say I've watched Cherky. And Cherky looked like a really good dribbler and creator. I have nothing to tell you about Xavi Simons. And if I tell you anything, I'm talking out of my bumhole. So I'm not trying to do that. You guys know me. I'm more than happy to tell you that I just don't know enough about a player. And I don't know enough about that, brother. I don't know enough. Grealish? What the fuck? Grealish? Hold up. Before I send the news, don't even play with me. What do you mean Grealish news? Because I did see a few people talking about Grealish. I never checked. Chelsea are interested in Xavi Simons and Jack Grealish from Simon Phillips. Okay. What is he saying then? What is he saying? I'll have a look at that before we go live because don't play with me. Don't play with me. Spending cap. Fraser Fletcher's reporting what Simon Phillips said about Xavi Simons. He's also saying we were interested in Rashford last summer, but again, don't play with me, but that's for the wrong reasons. Don't even piss me off. I do know Mauricio Pochettino is a massive fan of Rashford. Of course he is. Of fucking course he is. Of course he is. This guy might have worse talent ID than Tuchel. I don't see any Grealish links, though. I don't see a single thing. I'm on his page right now. Let me just type in Grealish. Chelsea now discussing Man City and PSG attackers as... Okay, here we go. Here we go. I think I found it. So, another winger I am told has been internally discussed at Chelsea recently is Man City's Jack Grealish. 28-year-old has been linked with a return to his former club Villa in recent weeks, and due to his bit part role at City, there's a belief in the industry that he'll be available for transfer this summer and is likely to be open to moving at another club where he'll have a more important role at. Chelsea have good transfer relations with City and, of course, have signed Sterling and Palmer from them in recent years, both at reasonable fees. At this moment, Grealish and Simons actually have just been mentioned internally at Chelsea as possible targets, and that's all it is for now. But both could certainly be worth keeping an eye on if anything does progress. As I've said on here recently, Grealish for me would be a very smart signing, and he has a lot of what we need and are missing, as well as being experienced and Premier League proven. I rate him highly personally. So, internal talks. Not even monitoring. What a load of nothing. What a load of nothing. But go get him. Go get him. I've wanted Jack Grealish at Chelsea for years. David Ornstein's tweeted on Rashford. Wait, what? Good thing is you guys don't sound like you're panicking, so our name ain't involved. Preference is to keep Rashford and help bring the 26-year-old to top form. I was going to congratulate my United guys. United only consider stale if substantial bids arrive and England International decides he wants to take on new challenge. Okay, so he's staying. He's staying. Yeah, done that. Cool. Cool. But yeah, calm. I don't think those Grealish links are going to lead to anything. I would bring Grealish, though. Really, really good player. Just needs a bit of freedom. That's all. He needs some freedom. Would you take Rashford? Hell no. Hell no. I'm good, you know. Mentality midget. I am good. The definition of inconsistency. Fuck that. Fuck that. Yeah, no. Nah, hell no. Hell no. But yeah, I'm about to send the link. So big up to everybody just locked in. Hit that like button, subscribe, all of that shit. And yeah, big up to everybody. Sub if you haven't done so already. Super chat if you want to guarantee your comment gets read out. Yeah, up the Chelsea and all of that. And UCL watch-alongs this week, by the way, guys. Also, there will be a video with We Are Tottenham TV dropping around Wednesday. So it probably isn't going to be a midweek stream because I need to head to the studio. Where is this? Just sorting out the Insta, guys. Cool. Right, nearly done. Why is Insta bugging now, man? Fuck off. Cool. That should be everybody. Yes, guys.
Yes, big
Yes,
present.
guys. What are we saying?
You going Forest away, Lewis?
I'm in two minds about that, only because it could be a good night out.
Yeah,
But I've heard there's no trains.
Nah, I'm staying up there on the Saturday going on a night out.
That's the thing, though. It sounds like it's a good night, so I might have to.
Yeah, fucking crack on and come, mate.
So I'm thinking of doing that game and the last game of the season potentially.
Yeah.
Say goodbye to Thiago.
I got shared third row for that game.
Oh, jeez. Very close when they do the lap of appreciation.
Yeah, that's why.
Which I mean will still be a bit funny. That's just going to be a silver appreciation, not anybody else.
And Palmer and Gusto.
And for some people, Gallagher, because that'll be his last game.
Oh, you think it's Gallagher's last game?
Yeah, definitely. Like we've seen another article today about a 50 million price tag, and we need to get rid of him before the Euros. So he'll be gone very quickly when the season's done. Early June, first couple days, I expect him to be gone then.
Do you reckon he goes to Tottenham?
Spurs or Newcastle. I think if he's given the option of either, he'll pick Newcastle.
Do you think that's just
proper Chelsea?
Proper Chelsea, yeah.
Yep. He won't want to go to Tottenham unless he's literally forced there. But I think he would as a last resort. Because Tottenham wouldn't still be going for him if there wasn't interest. That's what people need to understand.
Been for ages. These links have been ages. They like him. They want him. And you know.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Gallagher would also go there too. It's just you give him any other option, I think he takes it. But he has told them, look, I'll join Tottenham if I need to.
I've had this little nerdy Arsenal fan keep commenting on all my stuff the last few days. He's just shared me on his story about that post, being like, look at this twat Chelsea fan. Mate, I've had to let this little midget fucking have it. I've messaged him and called him a little gremlin and that.
Oh, what? You don't? Is this some random or someone you know?
He's called the Northern Gooner, which makes no sense. Yeah, he's like you.
You be careful about Northerners, mush. I'm driving.
Fucking hell. The Northern Gooner. I swear I've seen that name before.
He's probably commented on your stuff. Like I've noticed the last few days. I just looked at my inbox and he's sat and I've just thought, you know what? If he wants my attention that bad, I'll let him have it, mate. I've given her a proper grilling to.
It is fucking annoying what the whole last week. Is it not? That both those men have like under 100 followers. So I don't even know if it's realistic. Dead. Whatever. Nathan, what are you saying, bro?
Yeah, just a little sad about Thiago Silva, but as I said before, it's kind of expected. But it still hits in the feels, doesn't it?
Really emotional farewell, man. And we haven't even properly started. He's still got to go through the last day.
Yeah, I heard he's going to be captain for the Bournemouth game, provided he's fit enough to play.
And as well, Bella Silva put me on her Insta story earlier, didn't she?
Did she?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I'm going to miss Bella Silva just cooking everything in sight.
Yeah. You know, if Poch is fucking up, the players won't call him out, but Thiago's wife will.
And the directors.
Yeah.
It's a real shame, man.
Yeah, mate.
But I guess it's the right time. The only real thing is like, actually, no. If Thiago Silva does a farewell speech, is he gonna have a translator next to him or something?
I don't know. Well,
I don't think he's fluent in English yet.
Tattoo on Friday.
You're getting a Thiago Silva tat?
Yeah, it's on the list anyway. But since I knew he was leaving, my tattoo on Friday. Except from doing my ankle, my foot, I'm just gonna do. I'm gonna do him next. So we've got 3 hours and 3 hours. I've got 9 hours this month. So I'm going to do 3 hours, then come back in a week and a half, do another 3 hours, and that should be it done.
Fucking hell. Wait, where are you getting it?
Yeah.
On my right leg above Jose.
Okay.
Fuck.
Running out of space there.
Shit.
Yeah, mate. Can't wait. I'm well excited.
Do you have any more spare room for tats? Or is it just the
Literally,
legs?
I've only got on my arse. I've only got to fill in gaps because that's pretty much all outlined. I've got a tiny bit to do under my.
Who have you got on your arse?
I've got the Great Ape Theory on my arse. If
The
you know
what?
what that is. No, the Stoned Ape Theory. If you know what that is. It's basically what he said is how humans got evolved into what we are. What we've done was they reckon that monkeys were taking mushrooms, which were like opening up their brain to allow them to do different stuff, like experiment, and then they would do some mad shit. Pretty much the world was started how humans were by monkeys eating mushrooms.
So the theory is that the world started off of monkeys tripping themselves out.
Exactly.
You drive a digger for me.
No, I don't.
I have to
What the hell, bruv? I was gonna say, imagine you got a football player on your cheeks, bro. That'd be crazy.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I'll get Ruben Loftus cheeks on my right cheek.
Smart. That's very witty. I rate that.
I'll-
Yeah, to everyone who just joined the stream, we're just talking about tattoos. We're just talking about tattoos. Nothing really crazy.
Matt's got a couple of those.
But yeah, Ruben on the cheeks would be hilarious. Oh, you got a tattoo of me. Where'd you put it? Cheeks. It goes to the name, innit?
I'll get the word Ruben written on my cheek.
I thought that'd be where the rats go. What was that?
I was like, fucking Chloe said that messaged me now saying we could stay at hers for Nottingham Forest because it's close to hers apparently.
Not a bad shout. Really not a bad shout. Up the Chelsea.
And Charlie needs a Bournemouth ticket as well, if you didn't know, and he's just messaged me now.
Charlie?
Yeah, Charlie Patton. I wish you'd have told me this earlier. I fucking would have. Oh, you know what? I have got one. I've already said I'll sell it to someone else, but I'll sell it to Charlie instead. So I don't think she sent me the money yet. I'll just be like, yeah, sorry, too late.
Well, if it should be going. But if not, I said I promise it to what's his name, Matt, the Australian Matt, because he's actually here for the weekend. So if he can't find a ticket, I'll let him have it because
What's that?
it's his first game. Yeah. It'll be his first game in it, so he can go enjoy it if he can't find one. I'll just head to the pub after.
Yeah, well, let me know, Lewis, because I might be able to try to find him one then.
Actually, yeah, if you find a spare for Bournemouth, let us know.
Yeah. All right, I will do.
But yeah, guys, how are we feeling about the Thiago Silva farewell?
Gutted, mate. He's our only experience, mush. You see that farewell video, mate? Gutted. 4 years versus Mount 18 years.
Promotion
Look
in
at
that.
them videos, mate. Look at the difference.
That Mount video was just hilarious. Now I just look back at it for a laugh.
Mate, you know what though? That's up there with the Asby ones, mate. That's up there with the John Terry one, mate. That one was fucking good that he done. I think we said that at the state of the pitch, but whatever he said on that video, mate, hit me in the feels, bro.
Same, yeah.
I think Asby's one still hits the most, just because that guy started crying from like minute 1. Like, raw, we really meant that much, man. Love you, Dave. Love you, Dave. Big up, bro.
Big up, Dave.
So what else was there? So 50 million for Conor Gallagher. Already spoke on that. Should be done very early. I do think it's more likely. You don't think we'll get 50 mil?
No. I'll join the stream.
No, it'd be 40 something.
No worries, bro.
No way.
You'll get 50 million for Gallagher.
I'll get 50. We got fucking 60 for Havertz.
You'll get close to it.
You got 50 plus 5 for Mount with a year left on his deal. I could see us do the same.
I mean, who wants him? Spurs, right?
Spurs and Newcastle.
Newcastle.
Newcastle too.
Yeah.
I mean, if
Especially
someone buys
they lost
Guimaraes from them,
Yeah, because they lost
they go
Tonali,
for it.
right? They basically lost Tonali because of gambling, so they need another midfielder who's now experienced in the Prem.
Plus the 100 mil release clause for Bruno Guimaraes as well, so they could lose him.
I'm not saying nobody.
Exactly what I said. If they lose Guimaraes, I can see them going for Gallagher.
I heard Lewis say earlier we have to get the money at a certain point. What clubs will just wait?
That's a fair point. That is a fair point.
What's
Both
the
of
rush?
them could just sit and wait us out.
What's the rush? We have to sell. They can just wait.
So they could both lowball us. Our only hope is they get into a bidding war early. With Tottenham, like, there's no real history with us in negotiating with them. Think of Newcastle, it's just Lewis Hall. I don't think there's another one.
Nah, there's history with us with Spurs.
There's
but
not.
The other way. Yeah, there's history. They told us to fuck off when we try to get their.
Oh yeah, true. Look at Modric. Yeah.
Oh yeah, but that's more the old ownership. I'm thinking more the new ones.
I'm pretty sure the last time
it's their. Well, that's against our old ownership. They still hate they still have the exact same owner, right? It's still.
I'm pretty sure the
Daniel
last.
Daniel Levy. Yeah.
I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure the last player to move between Tottenham and Chelsea was Cudicini.
Yeah.
Yes.
Probably.
Yeah, I think it was him.
But
Unless you're counting you.
But I also think Gallagher might want to push this because didn't Southgate say he doesn't want any transfer rumor news and all that nonsense until a certain date? And then he's like, if you're bringing the transfer reports, then I don't want you in the squad. Because Southgate has said that. Like, he wants transfer shit to be done by early June. I mean, late June.
Yeah, and England's first game is the 3rd of June. Their first Euro game is, I think, the 14th or the 16th. Let me just double check. Their first Euros game is the 16th, yeah. And their first friendly is on the 3rd. So you want to try and get that done within the first 2 weeks of the end of the season. And when does the window open officially?
I think July 1st, I think.
No, we have the second earliest.
June 14th.
Yeah, we have the second.
So the day the Euro starts.
In world football, we have the second earliest window opening date.
Yeah, June 14th is when our window opens. The same day as the start of the Euros.
Okay.
So you want to get those negotiations sorted.
A deal, theoretically speaking, based on that, then would have to be in place prior to the window opening.
Yeah.
So we have to sell Gallagher and Maatsen before that.
No, it's only the England players that we have to rush it for the Euros. Everyone else is fine.
Yeah.
Although also depends on the discretion of that manager at the time. So, bit of a variable on that. In terms of Gallagher, though, I expect him to go to Newcastle if there's interest. If not, it'll be Tottenham, but that'll be a bit more reluctant from him. But he'll still take
Obviously, it depends on who buys, right? But if I'm Gallagher, I'm picking Tottenham over Newcastle.
Actually, yeah, because we think of loyalty from a fan perspective. From the player, you're thinking about what's best for your career, best for your family, and you don't have to move too far.
I wasn't even thinking about that. I'm talking from like an on-pitch perspective. Like, he's got a better chance of getting into that Tottenham midfield than he has that Newcastle midfield.
And also, Lewis, Daniel brings a point out about like all the clubs know, but all the clubs knew last year, and they paid 55 million before our deadline for Mount, and they paid 60 million from Arsenal. Everyone knew about the deadline that we had to get a certain amount of money before.
See, I want to try and decipher those, but both transfers still confuse the hell out of me.
Yeah, I mean, we do know that we were asking for a lot more than the 50 whatever million, right?
Yeah.
Before we just settled on it and
what do you mean?
took the 55 plus 5 for Mount. We asked for more, but we had a deadline, so we just took what we could take to get him out of there.
Yeah, but I get that. Okay, that's Mount. But what about?
I think we wanted 60 mil for Mount.
Like 80 million.
Yeah, they took a discount on Havertz too. Did they not? When they're talking about 75, 80 before.
No, there was no discount at all on Havertz.
Yeah, we didn't.
Yeah, Havertz was just straight.
At all.
No, they wanted
the same amount of
Madrid.
Money
we told Madrid 70 million, and they told us 45 million or piss off.
Oh,
who's got an echo, by the way?
Oh yeah.
I think
I'll mute.
I'll be real. I don't know what we sell Gallagher for, but he's definitely leaving in the summer. That's the one thing I
think
will
he
say.
definitely leaves. I was just disagreeing with the price. I don't think we get.
I'll be
it's gonna be like 35, 40 mil.
As long as he leaves, I could kind of care less.
Nah, I care because I get the money.
The money matters though.
No, but like obviously I want more than like 20 mil or something. But say we get like 40 mil for him instead of 50. I could care less, to be honest, about that 10 mil difference.
Yeah.
As long as
that's good money.
The reason I care is because if they're saying, "Oh, we want to buy another center mid," right, and then you're going for, you know, your Nanas and these kind of guys, right? Whoever they're talking about 60, 65, 70 for Nana. That's crazy.
Bro,
I'm paying that money. I make sure I get. You know what I mean? I make sure I get as much as I can from whoever I'm selling. But that being said, there's no like, I don't know. Get the money, but just spend it right. I don't care how much you get for him. I just care who comes in. You can get $2 million for him. It's just whoever comes in needs to be on point, and don't complain about money either. That's why I'm looking at this thing, because they're talking about. We'll probably go on to it, but the Sesko thing. I feel like the Sesko thing is barely is we're hearing about it now because he has a $40 million release clause. It's based on money. He's a lot cheaper to get than any other guy. Gyökeres, Osimhen, whoever. This guy's a lot cheaper.
I think he's worse though. When it comes, I know I've been positive about this ownership group or these scouts when it comes to their signings, when it comes to their talent ID. But I'll be honest, like when it comes to like Sesko, Onana, these men, I don't want them. I straight up don't want them.
Like Sesko in his first season in the Bundesliga is back up to Luis Openda at Leipzig. So what's the fucking point?
No, forget second choice. He spent the first half of the season being third choice behind Yusuf Poulsen as well.
Yeah.
Wait, Mike, just unmute if you want to speak, bro. Sorry. But yeah, I'll only take Sesko if you've already brought in another striker with him. That's the only way it makes sense.
No, I'm not. I'm not taking
Jackson
Sesko unless you're. I was gonna say unless the plan is to move Jackson to the wing, which I'm being so honest. If the plan is to be bringing Sesko to be backup, I'd rather just play with Fofana. Just use Fofana.
That's what I wanted to say.
Actually,
I'd rather have Fofana than Sesko.
Sesko was the guy you got instead of Jackson. The time to get Sesko was last season. That train, that ship has sailed. Like, that's done. This guy's 20 years old. Depending on how you view the Austrian league, he's had one season in the top flight where he spent half of it being third choice striker.
Yeah, he needs 2 or 3 seasons experience.
But Scott, he is currently since February. He has been kind of on a hot streak for them. Like, he has been doing well. It's very similar.
Yeah,
to Jackson.
but
I'm not
player can't have a purple match?
Sorry, I'm glad you said that because that was about to be my thing. That was the exact same thing that Jackson was.
That's what I was going to say. That's exactly what I was going to say.
Same thing as Jackson, and people are cussing out Jackson every single week.
Yeah, exactly. Jackson fooled you, but end of the year, he scored 13 goals in like three months. Prior to that, he wasn't a consistent scorer, and this guy hasn't been either. So if we're going down a list, for me, Osimhen is number 1. Then Gyökeres and these type of guys. I don't even know these Gyökeres guys, but at least you have a history of putting up numbers. You can't get a guy who, is third choice, putting up 7 goals. It's like, come on, man. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah,
just stick with Jackson if that's the point.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense a backup, but unless it's a backup. But even then, with what Scott's saying, makes perfect sense. Like, what do you do with Fofana? What do you do with Washington?
Say, if we're talking like about a backup, I'm going to choose the guy who spent a year in the Premier League, has scored already 5 goals, 6 goals already in the Premier League, and he joined his club in January.
Yeah.
There's such a with Fofana, there's less what's it called, like settling time, because he's already played in the league. He has already played for the club. Like, it was only a couple games, but he's already played for the club. The time for him to bed in. I think he played
1 or 2.
Yeah, the time for him to bed in is so much less than it would be for Sesko.
Yeah.
Also, it depends on if we get Amr.
And we don't have to play that 50 mil.
Yeah, and also depends on if we get Amrin, because Gyökeres said, I'm going wherever Amrin goes. So if we do get Amrin, I think that's the one side.
I mean, even if Paul plays, Gyökeres is a good attacking profile because he's a very good pressing forward.
No,
so
I've been watching every sporting game, like almost every sporting game since January, and I'm telling you, he's ridiculous. He got subbed on in the 45 minute, and he scored 2 goals 1 minute apart, and the way he links up play, he's still good at heading too. I think he's close to the real deal, but obviously it's the Portuguese league, but he's good. He's really good.
I mean,
By the way,
players
he's
like
been coming
Pukki
to Championship
transit
before, so
into the Prem.
if we're
with
talking about
Coventry.
strikers as well, by the way, Jay Morgan's mentioned a guy. Like if we're just wanting a backup who we know scores goals and can be a bench player, I'm just going to buy Jurassi. That's what
Sarah
12 million his
Guirassy,
release
yeah.
clause is, 15 million.
But
I
I
thought
think
he's
West
had
Ham
a
is in
good
for him
season too. I didn't know it was
already.
that
Yeah.
cheap.
Yeah. Second
It
or
was like
third behind
15
Kane or
million.
something.
I think Girassi joined last season from Rennes.
Yeah, French league to Stuttgart.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I don't think this is the time to do the let's get a backup striker. You know what I mean? Like get us
No,
a
but
good
Daniel,
striker
that's what I
and then
mean. It's
have
like if
Jackson be the
Sesko,
backup striker.
Yeah,
this
we
I
don't
agree,
need a
but
backup striker. We need a
my whole
proper
point with this
starting
is
one.
if we're being, I don't see the point of bringing in Sesko to be that number one. Like
Hell
nothing
no.
about him screams number one. So that in theory means if you're getting Sesko, you still need an Osimhen or a Gyökeres or a Tony.
No, yeah, if you want to get Sesko and the number one, go ahead. Listen, I don't.
No, but then even then,
I
I'll be
don't
real with
care.
Daniel. Even
But
if
you must get the
if
number
you're buying
one.
him as the backup, with the purpose if he's going to be the backup and Jackson's going to move left wing, there are a million other options you could get that have played more consistently than he has this season and are putting up similar numbers. So there's no world in which the Sesko thing makes sense.
And Bush is saying like he's watched Fofana week in, week out, and he has poor IQ. Dude, man is 19 with poor IQ and already has 6 goals in the league for a Burnley side. So I'm sorry. If we get an Osimhen or a Gyökeres and he's learning from them as a third choice or second choice, I'm fine with that. Man's 19. He's literally 19. He has 6 goals since January for a Burnley side, who was not scoring goals until he came into the side. He could have got a
I'm
hat
not gonna
trick.
lie, I hear that, but we do remember that Broha guy when he went on loan for half the season had like 6 goals too. So, you know what I mean?
Daniel, I get that,
but
but Daniel, that was 6 goals in an entire year. He has 6
no,
goals.
it wasn't half the fucking season.
No, it wasn't. He was on loan for the entire season when he was in Southampton.
It was a full season loan at
It was
Southampton.
a full season on loan at Southampton.
Yeah, but the thing is, the difference
he didn't play the whole season
with Broja though. The difference with Broja is there's 2 things. Number one is the injury, like that fucked him up a lot because the main thing he had was speed, and he got an injury that fucked his speed. And the second thing is like ever since he came back from that loan, I felt like he had no trust from both managers we had. So at that point, it's like all the good he did on loan, even like if he didn't score that much, he was doing good. All that good got erased because they didn't trust him the moment he came back. So it's like cool. So that's the thing. As long as they trust Fofana as the backup, as long as they trust Fofana as the backup and he can come in, that's fine. If they don't trust him,
I was going to mention that. Yeah, like I wouldn't buy anybody if we were doing backup. Like Fofana would probably be the one I'll just bring in as like a backup, like a third striker if I wanted to do that. You know what I mean? Like have him as third, have Jackson as second, and have an actual number one in there as well. Not like buying somebody like you said, Scott, buying Sesko, having Jackson, and then getting Gyökeres or Osimhen. That doesn't make sense.
Unless, of course, Jackson played on the left. That's the only time it would make sense.
This Jackson left side shit, I don't know about that shit, but we'll see.
Yeah, especially if you buy an actual
I'm
left
fine
winger.
doing that because I think it might work. It's just like, as I said, if you're doing that, calm, but then we shouldn't be needing to buy like another, like someone else.
Because there's still other positions that we need to prioritize as well, and we don't know how much money we can spend this summer.
Like we need a centre
back. We have there are like what?
Oh yeah, Mike, your mic just got way
Mike
worse, bro. Try come out and back in again.
There's like what 4 positions in the first 11, 3 or 4 positions we need to address. So address them, and then we can have a chat about like squad positions. Because we need this squad needs improving. But the hope is if you go and buy say you go and buy a left back, you go and buy a centre back, you go and buy a left winger, or you put Jackson there, either or, and you buy a striker. All the players that are currently playing in those
if it's Sagaga, we should get an experienced midfielder too.
No, but like I'm saying that's a squad in the starting 11. That's 4 positions where you go and buy. Let's say we buy all 4 positions and we buy quality. Cool. That means Kukurea, who I think is a good squad player. I think any of the centre backs we've got are good squad players. Whether they're consistent starters is a different argument. They're all good squad players. That's better. Jackson's a good squad player, as is potentially Fofana, or Sterling can be a good squad player. Cool. That means you've improved the squad because you've improved the first team. Because the guys starting every week, who are okay. They can be decent squad players. They just can't start for you every week. But now they don't have to. So you improve the squad because you've bought for like the first 11, and they filter
Let's be
down.
real though. Like your squad, at least you guys can tell me if you agree or disagree. But the way I see it is your squad in general, you need at least 15 players who can start at any time. 15, 16 guys, right? You have the 11 guys who always start, and then there should be at least 4 in your team who deserve to start. Who are starters.
Pushing for a starting place.
But,
I hear it.
Yeah, who deserve to start but can't start. That's how, that's really when you have a really good squad. Yeah, you have ancillary guys who, we know shouldn't be starting to come in and play against bullshit teams or playing in this game and that game. But as long as we have those
here
like
to have
15
squad depth, pretty much.
Yeah, as long as you have those 15, 16 players where it's like, this midfielder is out, there's another one who should be starting, so he's in now. This right winger is out, or winger is out, there's another guy who should be starting, he's in now. You need at least one in all those spots, and then the rest of these guys like Sterling, whoever, that's cool. Who gives a shit? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can just hang out. Well, not
Sterling on a 300k a week contract, being a squad player.
Not him.
I don't know.
Not him, because he's on a shitload of money, but just in fucking general, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree. And off the top of my head, I can think of 3 guys like that right now, if everyone's fit.
Yeah.
If everyone's fit,
what's our best 11 if everyone is fit right now?
Well, just forward lines exclusive, or just?
I was gonna say if everyone's fit, the 3 I can think of I'd put in that category of like could easily be starters and should be starting games would be Carney, Gusto, and Lavia.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
Outside of that, I look at the squad players, and my problem with the centre backs is I don't know whether this season was an outlier or whether this is their true self, and whether it's just Poch being a bozo.
I think
and the attack. The less said about the attack, the better. I'll be real when it comes to the squad, because I don't trust either of our left wingers. Madueke I like, but I don't know whether he's consistent enough to do the stuff that he's good at. And then we don't have a backup striker, so.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing: is any world where Nkunku is used as a striker for us?
I don't know.
I would not. No.
Like
he's
that.
Behind
Like
a striker
considering what
or
we
like
bought him
roaming
for,
left.
yeah, considering what we bought him for, it would just be such a waste for me to play him striker.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
I mean, shit, everything depends, right? And the reason why I say it is this, right? If you can't get any of the top strikers, but let's say you could go get, Xavi Simons or something, or whatever. Like you don't have the option. Like none of those other guys are available. I'm still taking Simons because right now I need to improve the quality level of my entire squad. And if Nkunku, who's injury prone or whatever is going on with him, not injury prone, if he comes back and we have to play you as striker and play Xavi Simons right in behind you, I'm sorry, I'm doing it. I don't know if it works or not. I'm not going to make that strong claim.
I agree with you, Daniel.
But
I wouldn't.
If I'm going out there and I'm going through the market and Gyökeres is not available, Osimhen's not available, and it's all bullshit, but I can get Xavi Simons, I'm getting Xavi Simons and not getting a striker.
Oh, facts, Daniel.
Cool,
Me and Prime have had a conversation about this where it's like if there's a world, right? Say for example we come out of the transfer market in the summer and our strikers are Fofana and Jackson, right? But instead of spending that money on a Osimhen or a Gyökeres, we've gone and got a bad boy winger on that left-hand side who can contribute with goals, is less of a creative force but can contribute with goals. So you take the pressure off Jackson. I'm perfectly fine with that. Because as long as you can help contribute with, or as long as you get someone who can contribute with goals in that attacking trio, if you take the number 10 out, and even with the number 10, if it's Nkunku, you expect him to contribute as well. And like in your scenario, if we were to get like a number 10 like Simmons or something, I'll push Nkunku on the left and play Jackson up front in that scenario.
Yeah, I'm saying if I can't get a striker, striker's not there, that's my whole thing with this summer. Don't force it, right? Just take what the market gives you. If you can't get those guys, or it's just impossible, it's too much money, or they say no, that's cool. Don't go down in quality and say, well, our new striker is Sesko. Fuck that. Just go.
Can't have any risks.
Go get Verts or something if you can. I don't think you can, but if you can get Verts, go get Verts. Go get, you know what I mean? Musiala.
I would get Kvaratskhelia. I would get Kvaratskhelia because I think he's reported to have an
Fuck no.
KKVSH, I'm good, bro.
No, I'm sorry. He's for having
Kvaratskhelia had one good season.
no. I'm
This
sorry.
season he's fucking ghosting.
No, he's not. I'm sorry. So is Osimhen and that entire Napoli team. That's why they're not, because they had to fire 3 managers throughout the season. I'm not blaming it on that. Man still has 10 goals and 6 assists.
Yeah, Osimhen
I'm
is not
sorry.
good.
I'm sorry, right?
I just wouldn't only because I know those guys are going to ask for arm and a leg. Every
No.
top player
So
they sell, they require you to give up an arm and a leg, give up your firstborn child. Like, come on, bro. Like, you're not
Okay,
going.
Daniel, I get that, but there's been reports that when he's made it, re-signed his contract, that there's an 80 million euro or pound release clause for Kvaratskhelia. That's why I'm suggesting it. That's the only reason I'm suggesting it. Right? I think it's 80 euros, so that's 70 million
Yeah,
pounds.
but you fall into the same issue that you fall in with Osimhen, right? You fall into the same problem, which is you have to pay all that shit up front.
Yes, but you're going to do that with Wirtz too. I'm sorry, Wirtz is going to go for 120 million euros or pounds if you're saying Wirtz, right? Musiala is going to cost you over 120 million euros or pounds, and they're going to expect you to pay.
I don't think those guys are going to cost that much.
I'm sorry. Literally, Leverkusen said if 150 million euros was offered to us right now, we would not accept it because
they're full of shit.
No, they're not full of shit because he's literally priceless for them because he's won them the first league in ever.
100%. And same way. Hold on. Same way those Dortmund guys, right? They won them their first league title and whatever on the club. What happened to that fucking team?
Yes, but they were on so Lewandowski went on a free because he didn't re-sign his contract. Götze went on I think also on a free, and Hummels was like a little bit of money because he was on his last year of his contract.
Hummels was the big one because he was on like no money when they actually sold him. But it's not just Hummels. Like, they had to get rid of Nuri Sahin, all these other guys that were on the team the subsequent years. So I don't believe these kind of teams when they say, we're not going to sell because he's too important or something. I'm
saying he's going to cost you 120 million euros right now. He's costing you that much.
I'm paying that though.
That's what I'm saying. So are you willing to pay that? I rather
for Musiala. I'll pay for Musiala.
No, not Musiala. I'm saying like okay, Musiala or Wirtz, but either one. But I don't know. I don't know if their first would come to us because Musiala is gonna probably go to a Real Madrid in the year if they just want it for the shits and giggles because they can, or he can go to a Man City who have the money. But
you have to show intent, though.
Sorry.
You have to show real intent to get these players. Like,
yeah, fair enough.
Even with Chelsea in the dumps as we are now, we have to show intent and like really show that we are trying to get to the top. And if we can't get a Musiala and all that, we have to try and get the tier below that and try and improve the general quality.
But that's
where we disagree, right? That's where I think you just need to get the highest quality profile you can during this summer. You've already done guys who can improve in the future and everything else. So if on the table you go through your striker list, you can get the top 2. I think you just leave it alone. I'll be honest with you. Leave it alone and look at the attacking mid list. Then go through Simmons, Wirtz, all these guys. See if you can get one of them. You know what I mean? Like, but don't. My thing is, I just don't want us to get players just to get players because then you're stuck with
that's. Yeah, I agree. Just don't force it and like don't compromise. Like I don't want to be getting like 4th and 5th choice guys. Like unless you have a list of guys that's literally you're going from like a Musiala to a Wirtz to a Xavi Simons to a like if you're going like incredible player after incredible player after incredible player, cool. But we won't be, and we're not, as we can clearly see. So don't be going to get me the 4th or 5th choice on that list.
I'd take Pellegrini from Roma. He's an experienced 10, so I take him.
I take Koopmeiners.
No, like the 10 is a position we don't need to. I'll be honest, the 10 is a position.
I'm not really pushing the 10.
The 10 is again, unless you can go and get a guy who is like a Musiala type. Like the 10 is a position you don't need to fill. For me, like you've got Nkunku. And I'll be completely honest, Carney. I think he can stay fit. And we've got Carney.
Yeah.
And again, like I think most of the injury issues come from this manager and this like medical team when it comes to what's it called? Recovery.
And Palmer
and we also have to
times, so.
And we also have to wait on the new manager to actually let us know if he's actually going to use a 10 in his new team.
Well, what got me is the news that Pochettino's already making decisions on squad selection and all that for this.
Oh yeah,
for
fuck him.
mid-season.
He can do what he wants. Write little notes in his notebook.
Yeah,
He
he's
will be gone.
opening talks over which players should remain at the club next season. But it's like, yeah, you think you're going to be here next season anyway? Okay.
Yeah. So
Good luck. Do a scope. It's not an if. We are getting a new manager. There's no way Poch is staying with those.
No,
Villa
it's
quotes.
a when, not an if.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm hoping, bro.
No, it's a
And
when.
Chloe, it's time to come to terms with it. Gallagher is
good
leaving.
riddance to Gallagher.
Gallagher is leaving. R.I.P. Rottweiler and all of that. Is what.
Good riddance.
50 million pure profit. Let's go.
Bro, even 40 mil, I'll take, bro.
No. We can get 50. We can get 50.
Yeah, we'll probably get
50 plus 5 add-on.
You think, like, with the time crunch and all that, like, they could just
Yeah,
wait this
because like
out.
Spurs been trying to get him for a while. This is the perfect way to say, like, look, we're gonna save you all the negotiations. We're gonna save you dragging this transfer. Slap 50 on the table right now. Although I say that it's easier said than done when you're negotiating with Daniel Levy. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean,
I can see like a 40 plus 5. I think
They'll
that'll be
definitely be
45 plus 5.
Yeah, something like that.
I'll be like, take that. And that'll be fine. That'll be fine. But yeah, other than that, there's Sesko links. What are you guys feeling about the spending cap?
I like
going
that.
to the
I don't understand how it works. I'm
AGM.
gonna be completely honest. I don't understand how it works.
Is it going to be applied with immediate effect?
I think it'll be for next season if it goes through. But it means like clubs can only spend 5 times the commercial revenue of the bottom club. Last season that would have been, I think, 500 million. I think it would have been 500 million. I need to double check. Southampton made
5 times the
100.
commercial revenue of the bottom club.
Yeah, in the league. The TV and commercial revenue.
I mean,
So
that's not
commercial
too
and
bad.
broadcast.
That's a new one.
Hang on.
Yeah, because that's 500. Like, yeah, that shouldn't be an issue.
No,
Shouldn't be a massive issue. Might have been a
Yeah,
problem last season with all the free spending we were doing, but yeah, this season, nah.
Bro,
Is
that's
that including
barely a cap.
wages? Is that including wages?
Is it?
Yes, that includes wages.
Oh, okay.
so we're not really in a problem.
Yeah, because isn't Man City at like 400 and something million already? So like that's why they want to shed Grealish and stuff like that. So because I think they're like around 400, because they're at around 453 million right now currently.
Wages, transfer fees, agent fees. So it all goes into it.
Yeah.
So maybe it's something you need to keep a little bit of an eye on.
Because
I'm trying
even
to
though
find
our wages have gone down, like we saw the report on 2 weeks ago, like our agent fees are what's like a lot of money.
The highest.
So
Yeah, the highest
90
in
mil.
the league.
90 mil.
Yeah, we have the highest one.
Yeah.
I was gonna say like what? So hang on, what it was TV and commercial revenue.
Yeah.
5 times that. Cool. Well, based on what I'm seeing, the only numbers I could find were from the 21-22 season, and obviously the TV rights have been more than that. The TV rights back then for the bottom club were nearest makes no difference 94 mil.
So even then, it's still like close to
that.
500.
Yeah,
And that's just from the TV rights.
Yeah,
That
it's like
doesn't include
400.
commercial, or not rights. TV revenue. That doesn't include commercial revenue.
Hey, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. That's not an issue.
Not really, no.
Nah,
It's like we need to drop 500 mil that much on a squad rebuild, right?
Hopefully.
Oh,
sorry.
oh my
for you
gosh,
guys.
Maldini actually timed him out. Fuck. Oh no, it was Sorenzo Fernandez.
Sorry, I had a
But-
question for you guys because I saw a report from one of these Chelsea pages. I heard that if Chelsea put in 10 million on Matheson's release clause, it either increases the release clause of the current release clause, or it like abolishes the current release clause. I don't know if you guys have seen or heard the same thing. I think I saw it like a month ago.
Sorry, say that again.
So let's say his release cost is at 35 million.
Yeah, it was
pounds,
Enzo.
right? If we put in if we pay 10 million, it either increases his current release cost from 35 to like 45 or 50 million, or it just absolutely abolishes the current release clause. I saw a report like that about a month ago-ish, 3 weeks ago. I'm just wondering if maybe it's a dodgy page I saw for Chelsea, or if you guys have seen the same. Because I'm just
No, I haven't.
I have not seen that. I have not seen that. Like, wouldn't we have to like offer him a new contract to get rid of the release clause?
I heard that
but yeah, I've got no
his
idea.
current release clause has something with regards to if you put 10 million in, it either increases it or like cancels it out. Kind of like a weird buyback in a way, like weird situation. But if that's the case,
So
like,
who-
and if Amarin's coming in, I would pay that shit right now for Maatsen and keep him.
100%.
But then, who are we paying the money to?
I think it goes to him or something like that. It's a weird. Yeah, it just says like we have to pay like a weird buyback clause in a way to ourselves.
Yeah, because that it don't really make sense to me. But maybe it could be like one of those secret release clauses or something. These clauses in the contract.
Bush said I got timed out because the mod smoked copium.
No, it's because you spit nonsense. I'll be so honest.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's we should sell and Cuckoo take was crazy.
Horrendous.
That's a
one
you
season.
problem, brother.
After
Yeah,
one
like
season,
I'm gonna try
you see
to
his
find
development.
I've seen some horrible takes from Bush.
They said time to bin and kook. Stupid recruitment and directors bought the guy when he literally had an ACL. I don't think he had an ACL
Which
first.
isn't true, by the way. I looked it up. He didn't have an ACL. Has never had an ACL, actually.
Yep.
And yeah, why are we binning him off after we've seen him play like what, 5 games? Come on, bro.
Yeah, and he was healthy when we got him. It's just we had a shitty ground to go to for preseason.
Yeah, that's literally it. It was a Dortmund game.
Because he got healthy.
Yeah, I
in the
remember
Bundesliga.
the watch along. How fucking mad everyone was.
8 injuries in 2 seasons. Brother, I hear all of that, but why are we saying get rid of him after a year?
Yeah.
Wesley Fofana exists too.
How many players
Come
would
on,
get
bro.
rid of in him after one season? Shit.
We haven't even seen him drop a disaster class. He hasn't even played enough of that. Can't be saying get rid of him. I big up Bush, but like, no. Like, that's one of the things I'm looking forward to next season.
Also, again, I'd understand this argument if we hadn't already seen his quality. Like, he came on the pitch his first game back and scored and instantly improved us. You could instantly see his quality.
Yeah.
And also, man last season was top scorer of the Bundesliga, even though he was out for 3 months. He was top goal scorer, left, came back, and was still top goal scorer of the Bundesliga. And he's been quality for that league for at least 3 years.
I mean,
so let's give
last
him a
season
chance.
Bundesliga haven't had a quality goal scorer in it.
Yeah, but I'm saying let's give him a chance, guys. It's been
And
I know
also,
he's been
isn't
injured,
he like
but
27? Whatever. Don't we need experience in this team?
he just turned 27. Yeah, he just turned 27.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bush, hop in if you want to talk about it. You're in the group chat, but why? Why selling Cuckoo? There's no reason for it. No reason for it.
Especially this summer when we're gonna lose even more money. Let's say if we want to sell him, at least next season, let's try him out. If he gets injured again, so what? We're gonna lose money regardless, right? So I'd rather take another hit for another year, see if he performs
Another
for
year
us.
without Potts training sessions, and we'll see where he's at.
Yeah, and like another year, and technically to get our money back amortization wise, it makes more sense anyways, because then we can ask for a lower price when we want him sold. So I would give him 1 year. So it doesn't make sense to me. About selling
and
him this summer.
he's probably our best finisher anyways. Like, we aren't in a position to give up that sort of talent right now.
Yeah, and I would probably say he's our second best playmaker besides Cole Palmer in the forward line. So it's like, why are we risking this? And he didn't cost us ridiculous money. He cost us 60 million over 5 years. So if you amortize that, let's say 10 million is gone already this season. Let's say next season he doesn't perform, we'll get 10 million again. So we'll only ask for around 40 million pounds to like 35. I think anyone would take a hit on a 28-year-old for that much money. Heck, PSG might want him back because
Declared, we're
Xavi
talking
Simons-
about Nkunku. That's all.
So the-
Well, I'm not
doesn't make
saying
sense.
like any other random Brazilian or anything. No. Nkunku obviously deserves a chance.
Yeah,
Big
that
up to
random
Dylan
Brazilian
saying Gyökeres, Branthwaite, Martinez, goalkeeper, Musiala, Amorim.
I disagree
Good
with
window.
Bit naive to think that Martin
at
is
least one
gonna
of those.
sign for us from the UCL.
Because I keep forgetting we should probably look at a goalkeeper as well.
Yeah.
We don't need a goalkeeper this window.
Yeah.
You'd rather have Petrovic for another season?
Yes.
Yeah, I
I'd
would.
rather
I
have
would.
Petrovic than
delayed.
fucking Kepa
Yeah.
again, or I don't know.
Oh yeah,
really?
fuck Kepa.
Like I said,
think
we've got
capable
at least
enough for
4
top
other
4.
positions. There are 4 other positions we need to address before goalkeeper.
Yeah, I'd say that's true.
That explains why we didn't really talk about it too much. I hear it.
Also, no, not Branthwaite. We already have 2.
That was the
left
one I was like, I'm not
centre-backs.
taking. The thing is, right, the only way I'm taking a goalkeeper signing is if you can get like a good goalkeeper signing that's going to improve this team, a good opportunity. So I've said before, if there's somehow a way that you can go and get like that or take a dude and it'll be a good deal, go and get him. I'm calm getting him. Because like he is quite evidently good enough to play in the Premier League, like regularly. Like the fact that he comes in and there's like barely a noticeable difference between him and Edison is startling.
It's crazy.
It's
crazy.
Yeah.
He's good with his feet. He's good shot stopper. He's experienced. Has been a captain at his previous club. Like if you can go and get him for like a decent price, then calm. But I'm not spending like 70 mil on like Costa or something. That's fucking stupid considering who else we need to go and get.
Yeah.
Like if we had no other positions, like if all we needed to do was sign a striker and that was it, and you said, oh, we can go and get Costa for 70 mil this summer, calm. Yeah, no dramas.
Yeah, I just can't look past the left hand side, man. It's just effed. That left wing position is just so open, bro.
Left back,
And
left
also the
left
other
back,
goalie
yeah.
I'd give a shot to is Mamadashvili from Valencia.
Mamadashvili, yeah, I was just about to say him. Yeah.
Otherwise, why change Petrovic? He's been very good, apart from the near post.
Diogo
shots.
Costa would cost a fair bit, to be honest.
Yeah, bro.
I think 80 million.
He has a
Yeah, I
75 million release clause.
Yeah.
I was saying
That's the thing.
Grealish. I don't believe in the Grealish rumors just yet.
Fucking hell.
I'd take Grealish, but again, it's like it's a cost thing.
I'd rather bring back Callum Hudson-Odoi than Jack Grealish. Fuck.
No,
sake.
no.
This is coming from someone, by the way, who chose to stay. That's a horrendous take.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
That's
no
horrible.
way. Even though I think Grealish has fallen off because like Pepe.
That's a horrendous take. I'm sorry.
Like
I
taking
said
out all the
Cho
goals.
over Grealish, bro.
Yeah.
Nah, bro.
What did I
Oh,
miss? I
brother.
have to take a call.
Choice.
Oh, Benson is saying he'd rather have Cho back than Grealish.
Yep.
Who said that?
Benz.
Speak up. Oh yeah, speak up. Come on, man. You're not speaking up about this take anymore. Come on. Speak
Who's
up.
that?
Why are we so
Bad
silent?
business.
Why are we...
Let's have it right. Choice proper Chelsea.
Bro, who said it? Why we acting like we don't know who said it, bro? Who said it, bro?
Benz.
Bro, what's up with you, man?
Yeah, that's me.
You alright?
Maybe. You're talking to a guy who's a fan of Mudryk. So
You want Cho? Show was crazy. That's a
Everyone,
crazy job.
Duoscope seems to agree.
No, we get
Yeah,
you.
no, but Durskoke is skunked, so
but,
like it's fine.
But Grealish is the upgrade we need. Why
How
are
do
we?
you call
Why are we?
Grealish trash, bro?
Why are we taking Hudson-Odoi?
It's probably because he's comparing him as
Thankfully,
an
there's
out-and-out
no
winger.
Hudson-Odoi.
Grealish is a winger.
I'm sorry, hang on. How are we
Grealish
talking
is not a
about?
winger, that's why.
How are we? What? I'm just struggling to understand how people have come to this conclusion.
I don't know how we
But
arrived
because he
at
plays left wing
Hudson-Odoi.
for City, that's probably that's the only thing I can think of.
But
Simon
I
Phillips is the
understand-
only one that's reported the Grealish links. That's why I'm
Also,
not
with
really.
Grealish, can we stop trying to save players from their downfalls and shit? Like,
Thank you. That's
What
what
are we
I'm
trying
gonna
to
say.
say?
I'm sorry.
Captain. Listen, in the US, we call that Captain Save-A-Hole.
Also,
You see a hole
is
in the
he?
street,
Can
you
I ask
want
a
to make it your
question?
girlfriend and all that. There's no need, bro.
Yeah, I agree with Daniel on this.
I know he was
Even
brought up
more, yeah.
earlier, but I'm pretty sure it was just as like an example by Daniel. Is he talking about Xavi Simons in this as well?
Yes.
Yeah,
Possible.
Xavi Simons was brought up
That's
earlier.
never happening. Like That's never
it's
happened.
not. It's not. It's not happening.
Yeah, Xavi Simons goes right
Yeah,
to
wait,
the
why?
into the
Yeah, he goes
PSG
right to
starting
PSG.
11
He
because
would have
right
he
on.
would have stayed this season if they could have
Yeah.
got rid of Neymar sooner or got rid of Mbappe. He would have stayed this season.
Yeah.
The only
yeah,
reason he
but-
went out on loan
100%
is
Xavi
because
Simons
they
stays.
couldn't get rid
The
of Neymar
problem,
or Mbappe.
Scott, the problem with it is
he's
this,
on
right?
loan. Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's on loan to
He's
Leipzig.
not
on
sold.
loan.
Yeah,
PSG,
he
God.
plays for
The
PSG.
problem with
guys.
the problem with it is this, right? The problem with it is this: is he does not necessarily fit the way that Enrique plays. He plays more of like a 10 inside forward, and what has come out the way that Enrique has been playing, it's a midfield 3 with 2 8s, and his left winger is normally someone who hits the byline. Like these are things that doesn't fit Xavi Simons' game. It's the only reason why I say that it is even remotely possible is if they get Victor Osimhen. If they get Victor Osimhen, that's the type of person I could see them selling, right? Like they don't have to sell Goncalo Ramos or Cole Muani at that point. They could sell Xavi Simons. So it's like I wouldn't put it past him being available, but for him to be sold, there's a lot of things that have to be in place for it to actually happen.
Yeah.
100%. But also with the PSG thing, right? I think we should not get caught up with what Enrique is doing right now with what he has. He doesn't have a number 10. It's not like he has a number 10. He's refusing to play him. He don't got one, so he's playing with number 8s. If he has Xavi Simons, I promise you, he's playing Xavi Simons in the 10.
Sure. I mean, I'm just going based off of what's going on right now. I mean, and most of the midfielders they bought have been 8s. Like they have like six, eight,
my
six
thing
eights.
is I don't think he'll play. Like I don't necessarily think he'll play in midfield. I could easily see him playing out on the wing. We've seen
That's the more likely.
We've seen Enrique do this before when it comes to like number 10s out wide. He spent an entire Euros playing Danny Olmo as a winger.
True. That's true.
Yeah.
And
that was stinky. I didn't like that either.
At PSV as well. At PSV, Xavi Simons was playing as a winger at times.
So he plays winger. He plays winger now, but it's more inside forward than winger. Like it's not your prototypical winger. It's more I'm picking up the ball on the inside and I'm feeding the striker and getting involved with the striker.
Yeah, and you can do that. Like it wasn't. This is the same guy. Remember, you guys, if you remember, I used to troll and bring up the fact that Iniesta had 0 goals in 4 seasons, right? It was one of those seasons was under this guy. He was playing him as a left winger, so he can play 10s as left wingers or 8s. He can play. Anybody can really, he can really do that. So that's why I'm not like stuck in. Well, he's gonna get rid of Xavi Simons.
I just don't know. I don't know what's going on anywhere anymore. Like at one point, I thought KDB and Mo Salah were going. Like I don't know what's happening anywhere anymore. Like everything just seems so up in the air. Where there's just so many pieces that need to fall into place for like other players to really start moving. Until like Mo and KDB move. Like how do we know what they're gonna do? Like how do we know what the Liverpool and City teams are gonna do? How do we know if Musiala is gonna still go to City if KDB stays? Like these are all things that like there's just way too early to like.
I never thought KDB was that talk of KDB leaving?
Saudi apparently.
There was the Saudi. He was supposed to go to Saudi, but it looks like he's going to sign a new contract. But Daniel, do you think they sign a KDB? Do you think they sign a KDB if? Do you think they sign a Musiala if KDB is still there and Foden?
I think they do.
I'll be honest. I don't think Musiala is the type of player they're missing.
Yeah, I think it's more like a Paqueta rather than a Musiala type player.
And they're getting Paqueta, aren't they?
Yeah,
I would not be surprised if they went back in for him.
They're going to get Paqueta, bro. They're going to get him. Because he has a release clause that activates in the summer for 80 million. They're going to go.
Which means, listen, if Musiala is adamant that he wants to fuck off, listen, man, we got to be in that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
People say it's fantasy, is all
especially,
that.
I don't really, and like the whole that's the other side of it, right? Is like I thought for sure Nagelsmann was going to be the new Bayern coach. Like now it's And now it's like they're looking at Ragnick as the Bayern coach. So it's like, where does that leave Musiala? Like in signing a new contract, because he only has 1 more year left. So it's like there's so many things, there's so many dominoes that have to fall first for you to be able to really predict what this next window is gonna look like when it comes to like some outside players. Like the OCM domino has to fall first. Like all these other players, all these bigger clubs, like the clubs that have been a little bit more successful than us over the last couple of years, that are looking for players. They need to have players, like some of their big core players, leave before they bring new core players in. So are those core players going to leave before their new core players come in? Or is it going to be another year of Salah, another year of Van Dijk, like another year of even Bruno Fernandes? Like these are all like players of dominoes that need to fall into place before you could really like predict where this whole entire window is going to go. Like nobody knows what striker we're going to get in the end. It's really up to Victor Osimhen what striker we get. Like if he decides Chelsea, then we'll get him. If he doesn't, then we have to go somewhere else. It's like there's so many things I can't. Like, and I thought I had a good grip of what was going to go on, and then over the last 2 weeks, everything has changed. Like everything has changed.
Yeah. Players have a say as well. You know, everyone keeps saying, "Oh, we're 10th. We don't have pulling power." Well, if a player just wants to join us,
never true.
You know what I mean,
that's never true.
That's never true. Yeah.
I mean, a lot of things have to like fall into place, but like you said, there's a possibility. A lot of, I like to call them, you know, like Jose called them, the grade 1 eggs, right, or the grade 8 eggs out there that you can get. You need to get as many as possible. If you're able to get like 3, right, if you're able to put on the table, we're signing 3 of these guys, that can convince the other guys to come. If I'm getting Osimhen and Musiala, you know, maybe you can get another world-class player, and then we're back where we're supposed to be. Because I don't think it takes that much for us to get to that level. It's just you have to get one of those A-plus players. You cannot.
Yeah, you
cannot
have
get
to have
somebody.
What they call it in basketball is the white hat, right? Like you have to have the white hat. You have to have the guy that you could, like, we have one already, and we didn't like buy him thinking that he was one, right? Like we can say at this current moment, Cole is a white hat. You could put the pressure on his back, and he can deliver in games. But like I'm looking at guys like I just don't know if Musiala is like a truly available. So I don't even, like, when they're not truly available, I don't look at them as options as much as most people do, right? Like I wouldn't say Musiala is available right now, so I'm not going to look at him as an option. But the midfielder from Atalanta that we're linked with, Cooper Myers, I think he's a fantastic player in that realm of players that he can go from a B+ player to an A player with the right visibility, right? Like he cooked the crap out of Liverpool 2 games straight. Like 2 games straight, cooked the living shit out of them. And we're linked with the guy. So like these are like the type of guys, like we need to go like that 25, 26 in their prime range. Like every player that we pick up at this that is for the first team has to be in their prime. Like we don't need people who are guys who are on potential. We need in their prime players, for the 3 to 4 in their prime players in this next window. And this window and our next season could be a whole lot different. Like a whole lot different. As long as we get, like I said, 3 to 4 guys who are currently in their prime.
Yeah.
Facts. Big up to Black Academic saying Spurs should be renamed Tottenham Softcock. Mad. Anytime they have to produce, they are soft. Bears, fucking hell, man. Never heard Tottenham Softcock. But big up, brother. Appreciate the donation. Big up, bro. I don't believe there's much to these Grealish links, but hey, I guess we'll see. I I wouldn't be against it, depending on the price tag. But yeah, Xavi Simons was never going to happen. And I think people jump into conclusions based off his tweet earlier. Like, we're really reaching. Ian Maatsen. Apparently, Dortmund can't afford the 40 million release clause.
Who would have
Bayern will buy him.
Go to Bayern then.
Someone will buy him. Someone will buy him.
Dortmund is
Yeah,
broke
because
as
we
fuck.
set that up for all clubs. Brilliant.
Yep.
Why are we saying someone? Just bring him back. What we doing?
Now bring him back if no one comes in for him. But I'm kind of
No, if you
expecting
can,
Bayern or other
if you
clubs.
can't afford him, if they can't afford him, bring him back. We don't have to buy a left.
Yeah. No, not like
Yeah,
don't
fair
sell them
enough.
for anything cheaper. That's there for a reason. If anything, you probably should have
Yeah,
taken that out because we're not
you know,
able to
I
get
I'll be
that.
real.
I
Best case
would,
scenario.
I would do that shit in a heartbeat if that is the case, and we had this bet, and we actually had the ability where no one was going to buy him, and he came back, and we had Ruben Amorim. Do you understand how good this kid would be under Ruben Amorim? Like, he would be so good under Ruben. Like, it would be like it wouldn't even make sense to sell him if we got Ruben Amorim because he's going to play 3 in the back, and you put Maatsen at left wing back, he's going to cook. He's
I'll
going
be
to
real, Joey. It makes no sense to sell him regardless of who our manager is anyway.
He's done well
Yeah.
anywhere except us because we just
Like,
bring
let's
him on
say,
for
for
10
example, I
minutes
know
and
people
then
don't want him, right? I know people don't want him.
Okay.
Let's just say we get De Zerbi. Go and look at who De Zerbi's had playing left back for him. Go and look at Estupinian, who's been really good for him. He's not defensive in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, but I
He's
do
still
think
fixing the left back
he
there.
ends up getting sold. I do think he ends up being sold.
I agree, but I think that's because the
Yeah.
that's because the release clause is there. Like, best case scenario is Dortmund can't buy him. Somehow, no one else is interested, and he comes and is first choice for us.
Yeah, Scott. If Dortmund can't buy him, right? Because that's the only person we have an obligation with the release clause to. There is no
No,
need
it's
to
not.
sell him in my.
That's
No, it's
everyone.
not. Lewis Hall is
No,
Lewis
he's
Hall
got
has
a release clause, so anyone who wants him could come buy him.
Oh, God. Oh, I thought it
Yeah,
was
it's
an
not.
obligation.
It's not a buy.
my
It's
thing
not a
is-
buy clause.
I
It's
was
not
gonna
a
say,
buy
was
my
clause.
thing is, I was gonna say, but my thing is, don't announce like we already have, but don't announce that. Don't shop him out. Don't try and get rid of him for that release clause. If they don't
They
want to
have
buy
to,
him,
though.
no one wants to buy him. Hey, come on. Best case
They
scenario.
have to though. There's still like 70, 80 million on the books that we have to make before we start buying. So
I'll be real. There's still other players you
he's
can get
one
rid
of
of.
the
Hey,
guys.
no,
He's
I'm
one
saying
of those
Gil-
Gallagher and
guys.
Broja.
No. Gilchrist, Broja, Chalobah, man, like
This guy
Gallagher.
with
Sorry, guys.
Gilchrist, like this guy thinks we're gonna get fucking more than 5 million for Gilchrist.
Hey,
Like
Hey,
Gilchrist,
any-
I'm
Joey,
talking about
Joey,
Gilchrist.
Gilchrist
every
ain't
little
being
helps.
sold.
Gilchrist, son.
Gilchrist is
Why are we
going on
talking about
loan.
Gilchrist?
Every little helps.
Gilchrist ain't getting sold, son.
Every
He ain't
little
He's
getting
helps.
going
sold.
on loan. There's
I get
who's
no. I
even
get where
buying
you're
that,
coming from.
brother?
I get
Chalobah
where you're
and
coming
Gallagher
from.
get us 80 mil.
Wait, so will the Lewis whole money count for this summer?
It
Yeah.
does.
Yeah,
Correct.
well,
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
That's why it wasn't an immediate
That's part
transfer
of
in the
it.
first place.
That's part of the 80 million that I'm talking about here. Okay, the Lewis Hall money
Yeah.
is part of the 80 million that I'm talking about.
And
So,
maybe
you're
we might
right,
even
we
get
don't
Lukaku
have to.
sold.
Yeah, but that's not gonna like that. Like the profit margins on that isn't gonna be like that much for us to make it a difference.
Yeah. You know
So it's
what, Faz, I'll
like
be
the
valid.
reason why we keep on bringing up these academy players and selling them is because the profit margin to us getting to that number is so much more significant. But Lukaku's number is good because it gets the wages off the books, and we can buy
Yes,
another right
wages,
back
if
of those
anything.
wages.
Yo, these guys are
You see what I'm
supposed to
saying?
be the loophole masters. You know, you sign all these guys, doesn't matter. Figure it out. We need a left back.
Yeah.
Unless you can get me a really good left back for a good price, then you should keep the players you have. Not, well, we need to make 40 million on this, and then let's buy somebody else and spread out their deal. If they're not, like, we should,
I
it should
do
just
wonder,
be getting the
Daniel.
best
I do
players. Bro.
wonder,
I don't get this shit.
Daniel, I do wonder if that whole Alfonso Davies situation is still kind of up in the air. Because
Real Madrid, yeah.
Madrid, here's the thing with Madrid, right? Madrid, when they have someone their eyes are on, right? You've kind of noticed this over the years. We can go all the way back to the Hazard days. But when they have their eyes on somebody, the reporting for it is very, very like to the line. This guy's going here. There isn't any like there isn't really another place this guy's going. There isn't a question that this guy's going really anywhere else. And at least 6 months prior, you have reports saying he's going there. Well, from what I understand from Madrid reports is they don't actually want a left back. They want to get another center back. So it's like Alfonso Davies is on the last year of his contract. So like this is what I mean by where do these white hat players that I'm going to keep using that term, where do they fall, right? where are they falling first? Like, is he only going to Madrid? Because they're probably like that's the kind of player that Bully would go and get because he's an North American. Like I could definitely see it. Like, I definitely could see it. So it's like that's my whole situation with it, right? It's like I do think that we could go get a Davies or someone like that because they're not wanting it back at Bayern, right?
Davies is Chelsea, to be fair.
He is too.
He's Chelsea.
I mean, yeah, I hear you. Davis he's injury prone, right? We all know this. So if he comes in with our horrible medical staff, because we think it's all plus, I think the medical staff has a huge part to play as well.
Mm-hmm.
If he comes in with that staff and he's playing 10 games out the year, I'm cool, bro. Like,
but are we rating
talented
Maatsen over him? Are we rating Maatsen over him?
It's not rating; it's availability as well. Like, if you could tell me Davis was going to be able to play, most games, yeah, go pick him up if you can. Obviously, he's going to ask for a lot of money in terms of his wages, but yeah, go pick him up if you can. This is a top player who would want to make probably as much, or if not more than what Reece is making, right? So it's like you have to know what you're kind of getting into when it comes to a player like that. But my thing is like left back to me, I don't need and this is just me personally, right? I don't need a explosive or whatever left back, right? If I have one and it happens that way, perfect. But that money or that wage bracket should be left for the attacking players that we need to get, or the center minutes that we need to get, or you know what I mean, like, or the center back we need to get to replace Thiago Silva. That is down in the totem pole for me. So if you can, that's why I'll take Maatsen, right? I don't have to spend any money. He's already there. Let me spend that money on getting a top center back, or you know what I mean, things like that. But if I can still get him for a good price and it's all good, I'm taking Davies.
To put a cap on the Davies situation.
That's a top player.
You want to know why I think that Davies is actually not going to Madrid? Is because we know that Leverkusen, we know that Xabi Alonso is on his way to Madrid in probably a year, right? We at least a year, maybe 2. He's going to bring Grimaldo with him. Like, there is no question in my mind he's bringing Grimaldo with him to Madrid. Like, zero question in my mind. Like, he is going to Madrid with him. So it's like in my mind, that means there is a run for this guy. If there is an ability to go and get this guy. Like, as much as everybody over the last 6 months is saying he's going to Madrid, he's going to Madrid, he's going to Madrid. The signs are showing he's not. Like, all signs shows, like,
no.
This guy's available.
To me, it shows he will still go, but they're playing the games that they're playing, that they play with everyone, where it's like he's probably asking them for too much money, and they're saying, fuck it, we don't want you anymore. They did the same thing with Mbappe. Oh, this deal is done. We're not going for him anymore. There's no Mbappe chapter. Bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's eventually gonna end up there. He's probably asking for a lot of money or whatever, and they're like, listen, we're Real Madrid. You're not,
I'd say don't patch up their left backs anyway. Before that point, they might not need to by then.
Yeah, so it's one of those where it's like I think he ends up going still. I think he still ends up going.
We'll see.
I
think that they've looked in other places.
And if he does, I will take Mendy, even though he's injury prone as well.
Yeah, I think Mendy is dumb injury prone, bro. Mendy is dumb injury prone.
He's one of the few who's like going forward.
Mendy is one of those players you think of in FIFA. That's it. Like, he has good FIFA stats. That's it. You don't see him play. There's a reason you don't see him play, because he's injured.
Like Reece James.
Yeah.
Sure.
Like
Reece James.
But Mendy's top, man. Mendy's a top player, bro. Top player.
I said, would you take Nuri? I think we've been looking at him for the last couple months. I do remember seeing that we were monitoring him.
Another guy just can't stay healthy.
Well, has he got a bad injury record?
Oh, terrible.
More and more, it just seems like, just keep Maatsen.
I know a left back who can stay healthy.
Milan Skriniar.
Let me see if I can find it.
That's the only guy that, in my opinion, if you're gonna go get a young guy, you go get Kirkus. That's the only one.
Patrick Dorgu, I've heard as well.
Yeah,
actually,
Patrick Dorgu.
He's
Probably another year or two.
Yeah.
He's injured now, Lewis. What are we talking about? At this current moment, he's injured.
Well, this thing hasn't updated since 2022. Then fucking hell.
Like,
That's the
the
last
exact
injury
moment
it
the guy
says.
is injured right now.
Oh
He's
my
currently
gosh.
injured.
And I mean, Karkas could
Transfer market,
United
what are you
last
doing,
night.
bruv?
Right side, my bad.
I was not 100% on Alonso being the Liverpool manager. I have no idea why
Someone
people are
said-
saying that in the chat.
Yeah.
It was just a nice story.
I
That's
don't
why
know
everyone
why.
was into it.
I personally thought he was going to Madrid. Like, I always thought he was
I thought
going
it was
to
higher
Madrid.
chance Madrid than Liverpool, but
Yeah, I always thought he was going to Madrid, bro. Like, I never thought he was going to Liverpool.
I didn't think it
thought
was
Liverpool
funny.
had-
I have a group chat.
I
I have
thought
a group
Liverpool
chat.
had a long route to try to find their manager.
Nah,
When they picked Ruben Amorim, I thought they were going to pick Ruben Amorim. I was going to be pissed if they picked Ruben.
I'm
That's the
glad he's
person I
still
was
out
gonna
for
be
grabs.
That's the guy I was going to be pissed about if Liverpool picked him. But yeah, I never thought that he was going there. Dorgu plays Dorgu plays in Italy for
Lecce.
Lecce.
lower level team.
Do you guys think that Sarri will come back to Chelsea if he was offered the
Nah.
opportunity?
I think he would. I think if
course
I
he
think
would.
he
Yeah.
would.
Yeah, I think he
if
would.
the opportunity was
Would
there.
we
Well,
want him?
he told you that he would. Like
Yeah.
a year or two ago, you had the little interview. Like, yeah, I'll come back. Unfinished business. But we're not
He
going to
said he
take
regrets
Sarri.
leaving
Why
Chelsea.
should we take Sarri?
Nah, we won't see sorry, bro. That's not that I don't think that he's a good manager, because I do think that he has he has the ability to be really, really good with the players when he has the right players around him, but I don't know. I thought we should have kept him for another year, but
Me too.
I think he'd go
Same.
mad that he
I'm
can
assuming we
stay
wanted
Basically
to
chased
leave,
out the club,
next to
wasn't he?
bench.
I didn't realize until I started watching this channel with Lewis, I didn't realize how many like problems in the stadium that he was having with people, like
Yeah, same, yeah.
Yeah, the fans turned on him quick. By
Yeah,
February, they'll stop
I
Sarri
didn't
ball
realize. Like, I wasn't into the whole social media thing, Twitter and all that. Like, I wasn't looking into all that back then, so I didn't realize it until I started watching Lewis that it was literally
Bro, and they
everybody
gave
was.
Jorginho the grief
the
as well,
bomb.
calling him sorry
If
son.
you ever see it, check the Cardiff away vlog I did on 100% Chelsea at the time.
Mhm.
That
Brother.
was one of the most toxic away crowds I've ever
Yo.
been in.
It's crazy.
Yeah, they confront him after Bournemouth 4-0, didn't they?
One fan did. One fan.
Yeah.
I remember
And
what he said. We kept waffling the same point over and over again.
I still
I
don't
think
get why.
you know what's funny though. I
animosity
think
is
there's
so
a.
much.
I think there's a Chelsea has this underlying history, right, where all our great center mids kind of hate each other. Like Lampard hates Fabregas.
Huh?
He
Yep.
he hates him.
They beef for
Fabregas
years.
hates Jorginho. he hates Jorginho. I think he blames Jorginho as the reason why he had to leave. When you hear his comments on Georgie, it's never praise, bro. It's always hate. It's always hate. It's the funniest thing. So yeah,
That's actually I'm gonna look into that a bit more, because I believe you on all that. That sounds hilarious.
Oh, look
like,
it up.
like
Look that.
That's funny.
Look up what
that
Fabregas
sounds
says about
hilarious.
like the Lampard Fabregas thing. Okay, that was years. They built that up. But
Yeah.
the fact that Fabregas
Like, I
hates
can get
Jorginho
that
too
one.
is
I
just
can
so
get
funny.
that one, right? I can
It's
get
because he lost his
that.
starting
Sesko
spot to him.
Lampard.
Yeah, he lost his place in the squad to him, so he hates that guy.
Yeah.
Probably
I'm
hates
getting
Sarri.
I'm getting Wednesday. I'm getting a tattoo, the same tattoo Sesko has on his elbow. I'm getting it on my elbow.
Oh, jeez. How long is it gonna be? Oh,
5 hours.
5 hours.
4 or 5.
So what is
Fucking
the
hell.
tattoo of?
It's the one that he has on his elbow.
Well,
I'm getting the same one. Yeah, you
Wait,
can look at it.
who said they never played together?
Okay,
He's talking about Jorginho and Fabregas?
18-19 they played together.
The fuck they
Yeah,
did play together? What's he
18-19.
talking about?
Whether they played in the same lineup, I don't know. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
No, they didn't really play in the same lineup. No,
they didn't. That Miple would be slow as
I
hell
just,
if they did.
you brought up Sesk, so I figured I'd bring it up.
Yeah.
Now, Sesk is trying to do a YouTube video so it can take our manager spot. Yo, our old center mids are funny, bro. All of them. He was doing YouTube videos saying, "Yo, I'll play Enzo Caicedo like this and put them together."
I was
bro,
like,
we're not
yo,
giving you
yo,
the job.
Bowley.
We're not
Hi.
giving you the job, bro. We're not giving you the
That's
job.
the tattoo.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I wanted something that like represented Chelsea, like the old days of Chelsea, but not have like the actual Chelsea symbol on my body.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't show us it when it's done and everything. Let us know. But yeah, for now I think we're gonna wrap up. It's just got to 6:30. Big up to everybody that's locked in though. We will be back tomorrow for the Bayern versus Madrid watch along. Until then, we're gonna redirect to Sarcasm City. Yeah, Sarcasm City's live, so we're gonna head over there. But big up to everybody. Hit that like button, subscribe, all of that. Up the Chelsea.